time now, Cabby. It's got to be. I've had enough crap in these past few years. I think it's about time we had a bit of luck.
You know that. I know. We've just got to keep plodding on. We're live now anyway, Richie. How are you doing? Hello to everyone in the chat as well. There's loads going on in the chat. Hello to everybody. Hello Trisha and William, Packer, Sean, Mac and Mike. Anybody else who I've missed? Richie's still feeling confident, aren't you, Richie?
I am, mate. Feeling very positive. I just think it's our time, mate. I think we've got this in the bag. We need, honestly, I do. I'm not being too cocky by saying that, Cabby. I just believe we have. So I think just the amount of crap we've been through, mate, these past few years, since what was it, 2017, 18, whatever.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's about time. Things went in our favour now.
Totally agree with you, 100%. 100%. Just getting the thing you sorted out for the most important clock. Oh dear me.
It was good. The scenes though, wasn't it? Getting in.
Oh, imagine.
All the flares gone off. I seen lots of people today selling them on Facebook. £12 each, and I'll bring some flares and that. I was thinking, Christ, I'm not going to be able to see now.
You know, I mean, I hope they just did for the city and the fans and everything. Do you know what I mean? I really do.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Nah, my mum works at Sunderland Hospital, and she rang us, and I think what time was it? It was about 20 to 6 or something. She says, "Yeah, I'm just giving you a ring." She says, "I've been sitting in this traffic for frigging ages." And she says, "What's going on?" And I says, "Why, I told you Sunderland's playing the night." And she went, "Oh God." And she says that she sat in the traffic coming from Southwick towards the Grange pub. I don't know if you know where that is, towards Seaburn. She was stuck there for over half an hour. She says, "Why? Because they're waiting for the bus and that, man." She was taking her up.
Oh, well done, son. Sorry, Richie.
She had a t-shirt.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well done, you. You keep this?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, son. Me boys just showed me the trophies he's won.
Oh, what you won?
Football trophies, because he's on this team.
Sure.
Don't know if you can see. That's my boy, Caden. Trying to come in the camera. Say hello. He's won these trophies for being a great player. So
mine's a little bit delayed here.
Well done, son.
A second.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Great job. Great job.
What's that for? Was it? Did you win a game? What was it for?
I think it was you got most man of the matches. He was a goalkeeper.
Oh, nice one.
So I am just resetting.
I can see your trophies now.
Oh dear. I'm just resetting the systems here. Hold on. Oh dear, where are we? Yes, Summer. So she wants to go upstairs. Oh dear me, right. If I seem distance when you're talking to us, it's just because of the fact I've got family and there's stuff in the background that's on.
Yeah, of course, mate.
I am not being ignorant. Let me take you upstairs, sweetheart. Oh dear. I'll just be glad when this is all over. Because I want to relax when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I want to relax. Not having this continuously playing on loop all the time. See, what if and what if and what if. It's like, oh, what will be will be. How can just a game of football just tear your insides out though?
Oh nah. Mental in it, mate.
Oh dear, right.
He's gone with 4-4-2 again. Gone with the same team. Aye. I think that's a really good shout by him. And then obviously we've got Mundo back on the bench. So we're looking even stronger again. I wonder if this has been the missing link all along. I wonder if his plan, his best team that he can name is this 4-4-2.
Don't know. Oh, I've got Jermaine Defoe supporting the lads. He's been interviewed by SAFC live. So Jermaine Defoe's here.
Nice.
I just really hope just for the club and the city that the turn out and just destroy them tonight. I really do. That's what I want. Just for the kids, the families and everybody there. For some strange reason, this just seems even bigger playoffs than what it did when we played Luton.
Oh, yeah.
And because we've got the second, I think it makes a difference because we've got the second leg at home as well.
It feels different, doesn't it, CABBIE? It does, like... I think it's just because we've got a better team as well. We've got players, man. You know what I mean? Compared to when we did against Luton. I mean, yeah, we had Diallo and Jack Clark, but just the squad's so much stronger and so much better than what it was then, man. I just think it's, you know, I think this is our time. I really do.
But there's still
He's
a long...
looking well Defoe, like, isn't he?
Oh, aye, absolutely. Oh, dear me.
But yes, I think I might be getting a little bit overconfident. A little bit too cocky, but I just believe, you know, when you've got that good feeling, you just...
Oh, God, aye.
There's obviously a couple of little worries and stuff like that I am thinking, you know what I mean? But I just think we're too good for them.
I'm just going to get my other reading glasses. Just have a crack on in the chat if you want to, mate. We're back in a tick.
Yeah, I do, brother. What does everybody think the score be tonight, then? Are you happy as well with the 4-4-2? Personally, myself, I would be very happy with a 1-0 to Sunderland or even a 1-1. I think we've just got to put in this defensive performance that we did on Friday night. So tell us what you reckon the score's going to be.
There we go. I've got these reading glasses, you see. I've got ones at a certain strength for when I'm looking at reading stuff when it's right close up, and I've got ones when I'm just on my screen and I don't have to be so close up. Hello, Jill, Newcastle fan. Jill, how are you doing? She says, good luck tonight, game. She says, though, thank you very, very much indeed. Very kind of you.
Just ask people what they reckon of the starting 4-4-2 again, what the score's going to be. I'm still going 1-0 like CABBIE. I don't know about you. Oh. Even a 1-1 would do, wouldn't it?
Why can't we just go out there from the off and just destroy them? Why can't we be 3-0 up at half time? Why can't we do what Sheffield United do?
Can you see we're scoring 3 goals though, CABBIE?
We did at the start of the season, mate.
I know, but
we'll come out the blocks. I don't know.
In a while.
It's been whereas I was the first time, isn't there?
That's true, mate. That's true.
Mac and Mike, hello. Hello, Geordie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Janet Folly, the QPR fan. How are you doing? Says 2-0 to Sunderland. 2-2 says Mac and Mike. Oh, I just don't want them to score full stop. But I do have this thing in the pit in the stomach that Coventry's going to score early. Coventry's going to score within the first with the first 10 minutes. Or even quicker. I even said that on Total Sport. I don't know if you heard it yesterday, but it was funny.
I did. I listened to it last night.
It's funny, wasn't it?
They were griefing you, weren't they? Like?
Oh, it was good fun. It was a good laugh. Hello to Tricia and Stanley, our moderator tonight. Sorry if I've missed all the messages.
Yeah, Tricia.
Big shout to the Newcastle fans who's in the room tonight. Thank you very much for your support. CABBIE, don't say that, says Jack. So my apologies. Geordie says 1-1. Oh, dear.
There's a few Newcastle fans I've seen today. Obviously, you get the ones trolling still, but you can tell the genuine ones are saying, you know what I mean? You've got a good chance, you know. It'll be great to have you back, not just for the derby, but for the North East itself, you know. Having 2 North East teams back in the big time, and it's got to be good for the area.
Oh, dear me. Why not put Mundle left, Wilson middle, and Mayenda right? That would sort them out. I don't think Mundle's 100% match fit yet. I think that's why he's just getting on the on the bench.
He'll come on though at some point, Mundle. Whether we're winning or losing, I think he'll make an appearance.
I was doing a sound check on the.
Yeah, I think it's been obviously a tough run of form, and you know we've struggled here in the past few years. and obviously the club in general.
Cheers once again, Richie, for coming on.
40 years, yeah.
No bother, mate. I was wanting to go to the game tonight, but it's just money, isn't it, Cabby? It's just the way my pay's sort of like fell in these last few months. You know how tight things can be after Christmas. It just hasn't worked out for us, so I'm absolutely gutted, like, but it's just one of them, isn't it?
I know. Fernie Leeds fans, pop 10 evening, lads. Don't panic, you'll go through tonight. Thank you very much. Geordie says, we want you guys back so I can experience the regular derbies again, mate. Thank you. Hector, the Coventry fan, welcome, mate. He says, big game tonight. A push up. Super Blues. Folly says, Sunderland deserve this tonight. Evening, Cabby Richie, says Sean. Maureen Johnson says, Jermaine Defoe interview still refers to our club, Sunderland AFC.
Yeah.
Anybody going to Wembley when you get there? Alclay says, Devon. Well, apparently Wembley's not to be mentioned until whatever happens at full time. If Coventry get through, would you want Sheffield United to win?
Nah, Coventry.
Would you?
Always favour an underdog, Cabby. Yeah, I think it needs to be a bit of a change in the Premier League as well. You know what I mean? It will be the same 3 teams going up as the same 3 teams coming down. So,
well,
that's
the danger of the parachute payments, isn't it? It's the fact like you're going to get just this trampoline effect. It's just bound up and down, up and down. They feed the clubs with money when they go down. Far too strong for the Championship, and then far too strong for the Championship to go back to the Premier League. And yet you don't want that yo-yo effect. Brian Hughes says, I'm confident we can go through, but we need to close the gap down. He says, all their danger comes down the right side. David Green, member, says, no way, MACKEM ready to go. Gannon to Wembley, here we are. We're the lads. But no, do you know what? Like I say, my nerves haven't been nowhere near as bad. You see, when we played Luton that season with Tony Mowbray in the playoffs, I was ill. Paul Heron, good evening, mate. Good to see you. If Sunderland win, I will be 100% backing you guys. Very good of you, Hector. And like I say, we'll be supporting Coventry City in the final if you've gone through. Because let's see, we've had enough of Sheffield United going up again, haven't we?
Oh, we are.
So, yeah, Fernie, how do you think you'll do in the Premier League next season? It'll soon be here, you know. And Jonathan Mark says, I am cacking my pants now, pure nerves. And Tricia says, please like and subscribe. It's only a game of football, honestly. It doesn't affect anybody's nerves, does it?
No, it doesn't affect anybody at all.
I've never seen the outside of the stadium of light like that before, mind. Even
crazy, wasn't it?
Oh no! Even for the time where your derbies.
Yeah,
it's mad, isn't it?
I think if we win the playoffs, there'll be some sort of like parade. There has to be. It's a heck of an achievement to get through the playoffs. It doesn't matter who you are or who you support. It's a great achievement for. Like, we didn't need to go on like we've won cups and stuff, but just a parade through seed. You know what I mean, or something like that would be great.
At the tunnel, I think we've got former Sunderland players. There's KLD, Speakman, Santori, Amad Diallo. Can you believe that? Even Amad Diallo's in the tunnel.
There, isn't he? Have a look.
Amad Diallo.
Oh yes.
Is there. I mean, what does that tell you? Like,
that's mint. Diallo loves us, man.
There's something
he was worshipped when he was here.
There's something so special about this club that just gets a hold of players, isn't it? Do you know what? Diallo probably would have had a hell of a better season at Sunderland than he would have been at Man U.
Oh, well, he would have been played in his proper position for one. He would have been guaranteed his game. You know what I mean? But like, one of them, it's just an unfortunate thing. Thing is, now though, he's signed a contract with Man United, so he's on something like 125 grand a week, so I don't think we're going to have a chance to ever get him. Like, but what a player. Brilliant player, him.
It's great
Imagine.
seeing these scenes at the minute. All these former Sunderland players like lining the tunnel and that. It's just something magical about this game tonight, isn't there?
Yeah.
But it was quite fun. John Morgan says Regis Lebreen needs sacking if we don't win tonight. Do you think that's a bit harsh?
Yeah, I think so.
Jerry, how are we doing, Jerry? Good to see you. Fernie says, going to be tough, Cabby. Got to get recruitment spot on to stand a chance of staying up. Well, it just goes to show you how hard it is to stay up. The two teams that are just above the relegation zones, Manchester United and Spurs. So, can you see one of them going down? Because a Premier League team has to be sacrificed, doesn't it? It just shows you how mad it is. Michael Thames says, as a Newcastle United supporter, I hope Coventry beat you tonight. Well, fair enough, mate. We'll soon find out. I've had a good laugh at Man U this season, says William. Yeah, at least you're honest, Michael. Oh, dear mate. The stadium of light looks class with a sun-kissed blue sky behind.
Oh, mate, I'm so jealous, I wish I was there tonight. But tickets sold out fairly quickly as well, didn't they? I think it was within sort of like 24 to 48 hours it was done.
I know.
Like Sunday night.
I'm mad at the game tonight, Maureen. I know. There's a Jimmy Montgomery looking well as ever coming out onto the pitch.
He's a nice bloke. I met him a couple of times because when I went to, I've been in the boxes a couple of times, and then obviously I've been in the Black Cats bar as well. He's a nice fella, him.
So the West Stand is going to be renamed as the Jimmy Montgomery Stand. So there we go. The West Stand is going to be...
Is that what this is for?
Eh?
Oh, I didn't realise that's what this is for.
It's going to be named the Jimmy Montgomery Stand. And KLD presents Jimmy Montgomery with a scaled-down model of the Stadium of Light with a wooden base in encased in perspex as the pose for the camera. So a nice touch there. There's Jimmy Montgomery.
It's about time we did something like that, man. CABBIE. We should have, naming with stands after players like that. You know what I mean? Oh, that looks brilliant. I knew nothing about this. Never heard anything about it.
And there we
Brilliant.
go. There's a huge roar goes up because it showed a picture on the screens of the Jimmy Montgomery stand with Jimmy Montgomery in red writing on the top going across the stand. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? It'll look pretty good when it's done.
Right.
So there's a big roar. Jimmy Montgomery stand. There we go. You can see it. There's something special. All right, mate. No bother. Something special about this club, like. Absolute legend. What a gentleman is Jimmy Montgomery. Is Niall Quinn there? I've not seen him, but he has been the last few weeks. Look, this is great scenes. As Jimmy Montgomery still out there, he's applauding all four corners of the Stadium of Light fans, the crowd. There's another hug from KLD with his Weldon sunglasses on. And now he's
sunglasses.
Aye, now he's hugging Christian Speakman. And KLD's telling he's like he's guiding Jimmy Montgomery to come off the pitch, and Jimmy Montgomery's having none of it. He said, "No, I want some more of this." Oh dear. Absolutely magic. The fans deserve this. I know all fans deserve success. There's Marco Gabbiadini. I was winding up yesterday. Oh, brilliant. Class against the cup final, Jim, was Fernie. Well deserved, Jimmy. Doug B. Michael Lebean says, good day from Cabinet, Australia. Thanks, Cabby and Richie, for the stream. Fingers crossed. Absolutely. Surely most Newcastle fans would want the derby games as a positive. Yeah, some do, some don't. But that's the rivalry, innit? What a perfect night. Tricia says Bobby Kerr was one of my heroes as well.
How good does that look on CABBIE?
Class, in it. Durham Diver says, good evening, CABBIE. Sounds like a good atmosphere. Good evening, Richie, as well. Could you ask people tuning in, please, no scoreline spoilers? Yep. You've already said it.
Pickers? Pickford's there? Pickford's on the pitch.
Is he really? I didn't see
Uli
that.
Walker.
Oh, yes, there's
Yeah,
Pickford.
Pickford. Uli Walker.
Uli Walker.
Oh, what's that bloke called there with the glasses? The little fella. I've met him before as well.
Sunderland just gets a hold of so many players, don't they?
Is that... No, it's not. Wow. All right. True icons of the club, them guys. Oh, it's great to see like ex-players like Pickford and Defoe and John O'Shea, and it's just mint.
Oh, that's mad. That was special. That I've seen some intros and build-ups to the games and stuff before, but like that was decent. That was decent.
Did you see Henderson? Did you see Henderson or not?
I think Henderson's in Spain, isn't he? I don't know.
Is he?
But it's mad though, isn't it? How many players the club's got hold of? Even the players that have got nothing to do with Sunderland, the likes of Ahmad, Kevin Ball, Lee Cattermole. You could go on and on and on. Niall Quinn. They had nothing to do with Sunderland, but once they've arrived at Sunderland and played for them, it seems to they get the bug, didn't they?
Yeah. When he said that, didn't he? He says it's something just about what I've got under his skin.
Absolute legend, says Sean Russell. Was a pleasure to see him at Sheffield in Berwick as a kid. Tom Doon says, hello, Birmingham City fan here. Really enjoyed watching you and Dave this last year or so. Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much, Fernie, says Nan Queen. And hello to the 74 people in the channel watching already, and we haven't even kicked off. That's absolutely amazing.
Class.
Absolutely amazing. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. 3,860 at the minute, so 140 little subscribers to go. Oh dear.
Got that one.
So on the poll so far, I says, will Sunderland make it to Wembley? 66 votes and counting. 85% says yes, and in mine miniature 15% says no, we won't. So there we go. Folly says,
we'll get there.
QPR have forever's ours club where we get all players involved and kept busy. Do Sunderland do something similar? Yeah, we'll do. We'll do indeed. Packer Andrew, hope your channel's going well. I've met Niall Quinn, what a legend, and his wife Gillian. Please like and subscribe, Tricia. And Tricia's going to keep an eye on all the naughty boys and girls tonight.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
does a good job.
I don't think I need my tin foil. I've got this reflected foil on the conservatory window to keep the...
That'll be for the heat.
The heat and the sun glare, because when it goes through the windows, I cannot see a thing. I can't see my monitor or anything. So there we go, you can get out there. So it'll never be a miserable bugger to try and blank the sun out. No chance. But when I'm wanting to look at the screen. Spoke to Davey today, Big Davey on the phone. He seems alright.
Champion.
He's
feeling better, like?
He's getting there. I was having a word with him and his son, and they were in good spirits and looking forward to the game tonight.
Good. That's good to hear, mate.
Colin Major says, hi lads, Sunderland fans. I know how to put on a show, you know. But Colin, as some fans have said, it means nout if the show's not on the pitch. I'd rather have a show on the pitch and no show up on the preview, on the post and pre-shows, should I say. The most important show is on the pitch. Jill says, wow, that is some banner. I've yet to see it. Apparently there's a banner or something going to be suspended on wires at the Roker end. Glad David's getting better, says Tricia. Yaddy, can he win Jill over Chelsea 2-0, I believe. Oh yeah, you want to see the banner at the Stadium of Light. Can you see it, Rich?
Not yet. Just looking at the Coventry fans at the minute.
That's pretty class.
We're going to get a better stream this set.
Where did that half-hour go? Let's just hope the match goes as quick. Have a look at the banner they've got, man. That's absolutely class.
Oh yeah, big black cat, and then it just comes to an advert. It's just as they're showing it. Hey, that looks mint. That like.
It's absolutely class. That like.
Getting nervous now, like CABBIE.
Oh yeah. What you nervous for? You're 100% sure we're gonna win, Richie. Come on.
No, mate. But it's just like the occasion. We haven't had an occasion like this for years, man, CABBIE. Well, since we got promoted last, but I think this is bigger than that, man.
Colin Mayer just says, "What are you worried about, man? They will do it." Big till the end cap banner. Hulk, smash that button. Thanks, Folly. Oh, here we go. It seems to have took an age, like a kid waiting for Christmas.
7:30 kickoff for that, and you can pay on the gates as the players.
Come on,
my volume levels okay.
They're absolutely great, mate. Yeah. Like pyrotechnics and flames and all sorts. God, that looks quality. That like. That looks absolutely utter class. I've never seen the stadium like this before. Like, if that doesn't say Premier League club written all over it, then what does it? As the flames are firing all around the ground.
You can feel the heat from the flames. It's a big night of opportunity. It's a crossroads for Sunderland. They've been out of the Premier League since 2018. This game will give them the opportunity to face Sheffield United at Wembley.
Come on, lads.
On Saturday,
just let me know if do a sound check. Can everybody hear okay? There's nothing overpowering anything else. You can hear me and Mitzi all right.
They're unchanged from Friday night. Only one change for Coventry City. And it looks like they're going to go 4-4-2 again this evening. Looks like they're going to go for it.
I'll tell you what, I've just been downstairs.
Well, we're here, Rich. We're here. This is
and
it.
There's some players down there, even Ahmed's
this
here.
is the time now, CABBIE. You know,
Jordan Pickford's here. They're all here. You know,
just
to give
that
support to the team, just to get over that line.
Wish I was there. I really do.
Well,
even Jordan Pickford's there, man.
Felt here for a long time. It's been unprecedented in so many ways for that welcome the team got when they arrived at the stadium in the bus from the Academy of Life.
Yes.
If you see any of the videos of the bus on its
Did you see the crowds on the street earlier? Hello, Ian Curry. Good to see you, mate. I did. It was mental.
Now, it's a question of doing
I wish I was there. The
the
atmosphere
pitch.
looks rocking.
And there's no doubt
Out and about
Coventry
metal
are a
detecting.
good
Come on,
team.
lads. Get back
I'm
in this pen and get
expecting
this
them
done.
to go for it from the start to try and get themselves back in the tie.
Never had
They won't be
110
lost on
people in the
who've
chat
seen
before
Frank
even
Lampard's
kick off.
history
That's the first.
when he was at Derby County.
Brilliant, mate.
As I'll have to mute the sound as Wise Men Sing gets played. And I will get told off for copyright. What a noise the stadium likes making. Listen to this. That's magic, like, isn't it? That is like absolute class.
Football team in love with this football club and praying that tonight they can win a place in
That
the
is when you kick off,
Championship
CABBIE, just so I know how
playoff
far
final.
behind I am.
I'm not far ahead of you, mate. It's full time.
Coventry City players come up to take over their positions.
What's the score?
They are changing ends, which is interesting in itself.
Yeah.
Sunderland having to attack the north end of the stadium in the first half,
We're
something
kicking
that
towards
they
the north stand.
traditionally
Paul
don't
Heavens
like
has
to
just
do.
seen Mad Mistake and Windy in the
Coventry
crowd.
City's players going into a huddle.
Yeah,
Sunderland, of
Wincy.
course, in their red and white stripes, black shorts.
I
right
like
to the
that.
end, they're trying to whip everybody up.
This is just a little taste of what it could be
Coventry City in their sky
in
blue
the Premier League,
and
innit?
white. Now
What this club could be in the
into
Premier
a
League.
huddle as well.
Oh, we know we
down below
can.
us.
We've got it, man. It's
The
just we need to
referee
get
is
back there.
Andy Madley, in charge lastly of a Sunderland game back in November of 2022. And that was a 2-1 win.
Good evening, Scott Williams. Good evening, James B.
Sunderland.
From Mongolia.
So if that's an omen.
We'll do it. Strap in for the roller coaster ride.
Sunderland
Come on, lads,
tonight.
do it for the fans.
Sunderland are going to kick off. They are playing, as we look down from the back of the Jimmy Montgomery stand, they are playing Sunderland from
Yeah,
right
they're
to
commentary
left.
off me, CABBIE, or not?
Anthony Patterson
No, it's
in black
perfectly
again
fine,
tonight, defending the Roker end. And Coventry with Ben Wilson in goal, a massive Sunderland fan. Watch as Dan Neil sweeps the ball back to Anthony Patterson. And he
Kicked off
kicks
now,
it
yeah?
long,
Yeah, kicked off,
headed
mate.
away
6
by
seconds
Bobby
gone.
Thomas. And now
We're 89 minutes away
towards
and
Dennis
40
Sirkin,
seconds
won
from
by
Wembley.
Tatsuhiro Sakamoto
I think I'm on time with you this time for a change.
for Coventry on the right in front of Frank Lampard.
Set pieces, Nick. This is
well,
what they're going to defend straight
gonna
away.
try and-
This is in the first minute.
Not give them away. Matt Grimes.
And I was being negative,
is
saying
gonna
I've got a
take
feeling
the
Coventry's going to score
free
early.
kick. As I say,
That
a
would
few
totally
yards in
dampen
from
all the
touch on the
celebrations
right,
early
just
on, wouldn't it?
inside the Sunderland half. It hangs in the air at the edge of the penalty area. It's headed out by Dan Ballard. The offside flag is up, and it's a free kick to Sunderland.
Offside.
So we've played nearly a minute, 0-0, 2-1 on aggregate still to Sunderland, and the stadium is well and truly alive.
It's about 4-4-2 as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. He's maintaining that.
Do you believe
two
in
up front.
superstition, Rich?
Said
Is the
they'd be
things that you do?
proactive.
Like,
He's stayed
I'm
true
going to
to his
touch the
word.
door before I go out because Sunderland won't win if they
Patterson's
don't,
gonna
or
take
something like that.
the
Or
free kick.
I'll won't put my socks up
It's this opening
today
15
because if I
minutes,
do, they'll lose.
critical opening spell as the ball floats
I
up.
used to be,
Isidore
right?
gets a
I'm
nod
not
on,
really that
bounced
like
off the
that
end,
anymore,
couldn't
but I
get
did.
the ball down, trying to win it back now off Thomas, and Thomas
I'm not sure I
drives
believe in
it back
hoodoos
up
and all that
the other
stuff
end
now,
into
like.
the Sunderland penalty area to Anthony Patterson, who takes it down with his right foot. No need to panic, no need to rush, manage the game. The ball played out to Ballard, swept down the right wing,
Case has got you on in
bounces out
Benidorm,
for a
mate.
throw to Coventry City.
From Kevin and says, hello, Kevin.
Quickly
says,
taken
I
by
hope
Jay
you're
De Silva.
doing well. Good
Back to
see you.
Liam Kitching and back to the
Thanks for
goalkeeper
your
Ben
support.
Wilson. From
You
Stanley,
enjoyed
he
it,
started
you
his
like
career
You what,
with
mate?
Sunderland.
It's interesting, Nick. Sorry for
Open the
interrupting.
crowd there.
But
Just
look where
heading the
Matt
ball
Grimes
back.
is playing. He's not playing as a third centre back.
He's in midfield.
Playing a little bit further forward.
How's your nerves,
Sirkin
Rich?
has a throw for
I'm alright. Just having a look how we're setting up.
Sunderland
Looks
on
like
their
we're sitting in this
They're
sort
going
of
to try to
mid-block
create
at the
that
minute.
extra man in midfield. We've got
We're
to
not
be
pressing
wary
them
of
too
that.
much and they're certainly not sitting back too low. So it's
4-4-2.
good to see that. It looks
Sirkin
like
with
we
the
are
throw.
going to go on
It's,
for the counter
headed
attack. I would
by
imagine like
back
Coventry looks like they haven't put
Isidore
forward
for
a
a
bit
throw,
more
which
than
Thomas gets back to Ben
Just
Wilson.
like
He
playing
lifts it
my
out
hands a bit.
over Mayenda. Hume puts his head on it inside the Coventry half, but Mason Clark is now looking to break down the left, but a great tackle by Trey Hume. And it's a throw to Coventry. They take quickly down to Grimes, back to De Silva.
Looty says,
Again
"Come on,
behind to Kitching, onto Grimes again, and Grimes now curling it up towards the edge of the penalty area, looking for Hadji Wright. Sunderland get it away. Dan Neil wins it, but it goes straight to Ben Sheaf.
It's a good start by Coventry.
Middle of the Sunderland half. Mayenda
Yeah,
makes
they
the
are
challenge
crossing
and wins
on
the
it.
ball. Leaves it for Dan Neil. Neil to
Have
Isidore.
to.
Gets down to Roberts on the right-hand side. Roberts now trying to get in the middle. He's tackled, he's trying to recover the ball, but Sheaf lays it off to Rudoni. And Rudoni to De Silva. And now on to Sheaf again down that left wing. And a throw for Sunderland.
Roberts just hasn't got it
Into the
anymore. He
fourth
tried to get
minute,
past his man there and he
0-0
couldn't do
still.
it. Eh?
Hume will take the throw. He's 20 yards from the halfway line on the right-hand side.
Can you imagine if I had
Holds
Diallo
it,
still
looking for
Cabby and
someone
had
to make
Diallo
some
and Mundell on the wing?
Movement.
Oh, you
It's
know
looking
that.
now for Mayenda, but it's headed away by Kitching. Job gets his head on it, back up onto the halfway line. Up goes Dan Neil with Rudoni. Rudoni thought he was fouled, the referee doesn't. And it's another throw to Sunderland on the far side. Frank Lampard
God, my guts
looks
are
on
gone, says
anxiously.
Ian.
It's early days. Regis Lebris stands with his hands in his pockets. Another throw to Roberts from Hume, and Hume gets the ball back, curls it in towards the edge of the penalty
Yeah,
area.
they moved all the side forwards
Down
with
for
the
a throw
days,
by
didn't
Bobby
they?
Thomas. Down comes
Come on,
Hume
son,
to
get
take
that
this one
early
again
goal,
for
man.
Sunderland.
Come on.
Isidore in the penalty area. Lefay standing at the edge
All
of
we
the
need,
D.
CABBIE, innit?
Meanders
Early
in on the
goal,
right-hand
that's it.
side
I
of the
think we'll
penalty
kill
area.
them.
Yeah.
And here's Roberts. Roberts brings the ball down, slips it behind him to Dan Neil in midfield. Job is alongside of him. Job now to O'Nien. O'Nien pushing on down this left-hand side. Sirkin wide. Lefay inside. The cross played into the penalty area and cleared for another throw to Sunderland. Sirkin again finding Job. Job, it bounced a little bit up awkwardly for him, but he's got it away from Sheaf. Finds Neil just in front of the centre circle. Out to Roberts on the right wing, or to Hume on the right wing. He curls the ball in, headed down towards Lefay. It drops for him on his left foot, and he volleys over. It was awkward. He had to try and bring it down, and eventually put the ball over the top. Goal kick to Coventry City. 0-0, still 2-1.
It was, yeah.
I think it's important that we get the ball out wide, especially to the Roberts on the right-hand side. Get them balls into the middle, especially when you've got two strikers, Mayenda and Milton Isidore.
It's mad to think we've got a Sunderland fan through and through in goal for Coventry, isn't it?
He started out at Sunderland with
No,
Craig
he's
Lynch,
feeling
who's in charge of Morpeth, and he will be tomorrow night. Craig Lynch at St James's Park as his Morpeth team take on Heaton Stannington in the Northumberland Senior Cup final.
That must be brutal for players, you know, when you've been
Mayenda trying to get the ball through on halfway, but it comes back to be dealt with by Kitching, I think it is, who's come across with it. It's Thomas. Thomas leaves it for Matt Grimes. Matt Grimes on the halfway line in the middle. Back out to Bobby Thomas on this right-hand side.
You think this is bad? You wait until if we get to Wembley. This is just a warm-up. This.
Oh no! Boos to the Sunderland fans around the stadium. Thomas on the right. Thomas trying to thread it through. Sirkin cuts it out. Thomas heads it on again, looking for Van Eyck at the edge of the penalty area, but Sunderland have got the ball away. Just a few yards from Frank Lampard.
Just goes to show Diallo loves Sunderland, says Ian Kerry. Absolutely. Why else would he be here?
Inside the Sunderland half.
Well, as he always says, hasn't he?
It's true, though, isn't it?
The Dutchman.
I'm sure he put a post out last when the big company on Friday.
Grimes in the middle. And Grimes drives this wide on the left.
Don't worry, Andrew, you're not alone. Needs to be sick, I think.
Dan Neil. Ben Sheaf gets the ball off him, puts it on.
It's mad how a game does this to people, isn't it?
Free kick.
Sunderland midfield. An advantage played by Andy Madley there. He's back with Grimes. And Grimes to his right to Thomas. This inside the Sunderland half. On
God, you feel proper sixes again.
Van Eyck is pushed out for a throw to Coventry.
Ryan Jones says that must be the worst thing ever to know you stand between your boyhood team getting to the Premier League. Oh, the people that pay you. I know that. I couldn't do it.
For Mason Clark's run, but the radar was AWOL there, and it's gone back to Anthony Patterson. Ballard plays it out to Hume. Hume drives it on, looking for Roberts, goes to De Silva. De Silva inside to Grimes. Back to De Silva. Roberts harrying him. He plays
early goal, kill the nerves. Need to get your foot on the ball and get a bit more possession, says Fernie. Absolutely.
Van Eyck on the right wing.
Well, Coventry's game plan, what they're going to do is they want to slow the game down. They want to quiet the stadium of light. That's what they want to do.
Right through the Sunderland midfield. Back to Anthony Patterson with the 9th.
I've not been too impressed with Patrick Roberts so far. He's given the ball away a few times. He's tried to get past his man. He's just misplaced a pass before.
Back to Patterson. And Patterson, O'Nien's
I hope he's not going to be the weak link tonight.
Patterson just asking him to stay, and he plays it to the right to Ballard. Ballard takes it out. Long ball played forward, a bit optimistic. It's gone straight back up to Ben Wilson. In green, the Coventry keeper.
And Clive Mendonk, a prime example, boys. You would have never tell, would you?
Grimes now to Thomas on this right-hand side.
He destroyed Sunderland that day.
Back inside to Grimes. And
I think he still works it in this hand as well.
Short pass to Kitching.
See his Trisha, please like and subscribe.
Wide to Mason Clark, back again to Kitching, just inside the Sunderland half. On to Sheaf, wide to De Silva. De Silva has Rudoni inside. Rudoni trying to get away down the left for Mason Clark, who's going to put it on his right. crossing, looking for
I knew
right,
this was what we were going to do. Probably
O'Nien.
just sit
Headed back in again by
let them
Thomas,
have
and
the
it'll
ball
be
and count us.
wide and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the home team. We need to make that tell.
Headed by Luke O'Nien. That's who they'll try to get into
You don't want to let Coventry's confidence grow and grow.
Well, we're nearly 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been the better half. Sorry, the better team. The first 10
Sunderland
minutes.
have well, been fine so far. Patterson's not really had anything to do. Lefay's had a half a chance. Patterson with his goal kick.
We just retrust, CABBIE.
Drives it upfield. Up goes
And we
Thomas.
just retrust.
Big strong header. Looking for
Hopefully.
Hadji right. This time O'Nien is fouled by the American international.
I was in walking, watching it in this house. At my neighbour's house when I lived down there. It was awful. It was awful.
Hadji Wright is trying to
7-6 were lost on penalties.
He's pulled it all over the place. He's tried to pull it off me. How come I've been penalised? Free kick to
Looks
Sunderland.
like Paddy Roberts has been told to play inside a
Not
bit.
surprised they played on. They could probably not hear the whistle down on the pitch.
He's cutting in. His game, isn't it?
Stadium of Light.
Doug says,
Very
pressure,
good.
pressure,
Yeah.
what pressure? I'm relaxed. Totally
Immense.
relaxed.
And now Patterson.
Last game,
That's
Coventry
happening
burnt
on both
themselves
ends
out.
tonight.
You what, mate?
Saying that's happening on both
Trey
wings
Hughes
tonight.
is
Lefay and
well
Roberts
wide
are
on the
cutting in,
far
so
side.
it's
I think
allowing
Hughes
is
Dennis
trying to
Circle and Trey Hughes
Up goes
overlap.
Hume, heads it on into the middle, but this will be left. Lost. Isidore trying to run onto a trip. And he's giving the other way.
What?
Isidore went down. He appeared to be
see that
tripped. Maybe
again.
went down a bit too theatrically.
Seeing
And
that
he's
though,
shown a yellow
Isidore.
card.
Oh, for God's sake, Isidore, man. He's obviously dove, hasn't he?
Well, I'd like to see that again.
He's obviously dove.
Because it looked
He
to
needs
me
to
like
pack
there
digging
was
that
some
in.
contact.
He hasn't complained, has he?
No, he hasn't complained.
Oh, Isidore, man, that's
And,
stupid,
it was
man.
minimal touch from Kitching. And as a consequence, Isidore died.
Why is he doing that, man?
And he has been booked on a free kick
Yellow
for
card.
Coventry.
Honest to
just
God, like,
outside the
stupid
D, which
yellow
will be
card
taken
by
by
Isidore
goalkeeper
there.
Ben Wilson.
Stay on your feet, man.
0-0. The ball out on the right-hand side. Mayenda wins it. Mayenda kind
You
of
could see the
cut
centre
back
half stuff
inside into
coming
the
in, then he
penalty
pulled
area
it
on
back.
the right-hand side.
Usually
Plenty
goes
of blue
for it.
shirts
Well,
around him in the
well.
end. Too many blue shirts around him. They make the block and manage to get the ball clear, Coventry. But clear to Coventry that they're not going to get it all their own way. Sunderland looking to pick them off when they can. As Ballard heads the ball on, it's headed back again by Sheath. It drops for Dan Neal to Hume. Hume gives the ball away.
We're giving
He's
away
having to chase
sloppy
back.
passes,
It's run
man.
back by Ballard. Now to Joe.
Grab hold of it,
Joe
man,
across
Sunderland.
to
Come on.
Sirkin on this left-hand side, in his own half still. He's got Sakamoto on his shoulder, plays it back to O'Nien. O'Nien gives the ball straight to Mason Clark.
We are scrappy
but it
at the
comes
minute,
back to
like.
Ballard.
We are
Up
living
to
dangerously.
Mayenda. He's pulled down.
Oh, that pass is appalling from Luke.
Well done.
Oh, you know.
He is such a handful, Mayenda.
Hello.
The free kick taken quickly. Isidore into the penalty area.
Didn't it
Down
gun
the
down,
right.
He's hoofing the ball away.
Just come off to Silva.
Pushing the ball into them straight
No.
away. How
Great hold-up play before by Mayenda.
The throw will be taken by Hume. Roberts is just standing on the touchline with the ball at the moment, waiting for Trey Hume to make his way down to the touchline. Hume with his throw, then Roberts down in the corner, comes across, but
lively
it
start
drops to
indeed.
Mayenda on the right edge of the area. It's loose in the penalty area. Roberts trying to win it, and in the end, De Silva has to put his. Mason Clark puts his foot through it to clear. Comes all the way up to
The mad
Luke
moderator,
O'Nien, and
hello.
O'Nien now away on this left-hand side. O'Nien wide to Sirkin. Sirkin trying to cut inside, but Sheaf comes back, gets the ball to
They're defending well,
Sakamoto.
Coventry, the minute
Now
they're
Van
really just
Eyck and,
not giving Sunderland any
Grimes.
space when we come forward.
Grimes
They're really
plays it back to
closing
the
us down
Dutchman.
quickly.
Van Eyck,
the
Thomas
physical on
in the middle of the Coventry penalty
Knock him off the
area
ball.
in the 14th minute. 0-0, 2-1 still to Sunderland on aggregate. It's played out to Kitching. Liam Kitching brings it out, plays it back to Wilson, who comes out of his penalty area into the
Definitely
Coventry midfield,
Coventry's game plan.
and then plays
Slow
it
the game down,
to
frustrate the fans.
Thomas. Coventry's record here is good. Their last defeat was back in February 2007. Patterson has the ball back from Trey Hume. 3 draws and 2 wins.
It is
since
Dragon
that
Hunt, a very
2-0 defeat
chaotic.
in the
Street
February
lights aren't on yet, they should be
2007.
outside.
But it's 0-0 at the moment, and Sunderland just
Cheers,
need
Trisha.
a draw They don't have to win tonight. They just have to avoid defeat. And even then, it could eventually go to penalties. Sirkin sweeps the ball down the left-hand side. Thomas has picked this up for Coventry and immediately closed down by...
We need to stop this high ball, hoofing up, like, keep it on the floor.
He's not seen much of the ball yet tonight for Sunderland. Job in the centre circle, back to Ballard. Ballard
to hoof that ball there, so
back to Patterson.
I think they're a little bit frightened of Wilson's pace. Wilson needs to, a couple of times have tried to
calm down,
pull him back.
A bit nervous here, some of them.
Rudoni's on his shoulder. Joe plays it back to Trey Hume, across to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien now up to the halfway line, left of the centre circle, out to Sirkin. Sirkin pauses a moment, waits for Dan Neal to come across. Neal back here to Lefay. Lefay, he's having to wrestle for the ball here. Van Eywijk's won.
They're doing very well, Coventry, at the minute. Like, they are closing down so quickly. They're not giving Sunderland any gaps or any spaces. The minute we're sort of prying into their half, they're just on us like Jack Russells on ankles. They really are closing down quickly.
Back to Bobby Thomas, 24-year-old centre half who was signed from Barnsley in 2023. Out wide to Sakamoto, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Sakamoto cutting back inside into the middle. Turns it back to Matt Grimes, and Grimes out wide to Rudoni. Jack Rudoni.
90-minute game.
He's on the touchline almost on the right, and he sweeps it past Isidore.
Coventry, if you notice, they're playing very narrow where we're trying to stretch the pitch. Obviously, with the outside runners, you know. So they are playing narrow.
Back to Grimes. Grimes to Thomas. Thomas to Van Eywijk.
It's like that Hadji Wright's in the middle for them. Because in the last game he was out on the left, but he's playing more as a centre forward this match.
Yeah.
Just watching Dan Ballard keeping an eye on him, keeping hold of him like he's a threat him.
Joe nearly gave it away to Mason Clark, but he's got it back. Tried to find the little gap for Isidore, but it was cut out, it was intercepted. And now De Silva has it down the left.
Coventry just slightly on top of your mind.
City, left of the penalty area.
Oh yeah,
they look more likely to score.
Right foot low shot into the hands of Patterson. Straight at him.
Recorded on Earth, big game, MACKEM CABBIE, been a long season, and this is a cherry on the cake. Your radio audio is lovely as well. Thank you very much. Live in Cornwall, can't get the radio of Sunderland matches. Thank you very much, mate. I'm originally from Plains Farm. Sunderland lack attacking to get the ball, says Jill. Sunderland lacking attacking. Yeah, well, at the moment, when we're going forward, it breaks down too quickly.
Drops over him and out for a throw.
Once we get past that centre circle,
substitutes are now warming up.
It breaks down.
Below, 5 of them. I thought the rule was only 4, but
cheers, Trisha.
Coventry substitutes warming up.
And Richie's doing a good job as well, aren't you, Richie? How's your nerves?
For Coventry.
I'm all right now,
Back to Kitching, back to Ben Wilson. Wilson in his 6-yard
I think, you know, when we're going forward here, like, I think the plan is, by the looks of it, is just let them play out from the back, let them have the ball. I think by the looks of it, the tactics is basically, as soon as you get that ball back, counter-attack them, but it's not working. Just hoofing the ball right up to the top, working.
Sunderland half
done that a few times now, when
behind him for
all down
Grimes.
like
Grimes down the touchline to Mason Clark. Rudoni's calling for the ball to be played to him, and on the goal line, a terrific challenge by Ballard, and it's a corner to Coventry. It's the first corner of the game, first test.
I still think Coventry's going to score first, Richie. I still think they're going to get first blood.
I'm still a little bit worried when we're dropping off so much and letting them get up the ball. I know we're staying compact, and it's a case of them trying to break us down, but we're the home team.
Gary Bennett's just said the same thing. It's just like, we're the home team and we're starting to just drop deeper and deeper. We're inviting Coventry on. Early doors for Coventry substitutions, says Maureen.
CABBIE were doing that from minute 1. I was thinking that.
Mark Nesbitt, greetings, mate.
And it's headed away by Dan Neal.
It's these situations, corners and free kicks, I'm worried about.
On the touchline to cross. Looking for Rudoni. Rudoni brings it down. He's got Sirkin on him in the penalty area.
Fernie says, Coventry looking like the home team, CABBIE. Says, expected more from you guys.
Great defending.
Don't forget, Coventry's going to have to come at us. They're needing to get that goal.
If we didn't have a goal lead, we would be on the attack. There's no question. We would have been
Nearly
playing
20
like
minutes
first
played,
leg.
0-0.
Those first
2-1
like 10,
aggregate to
15
Sunderland.
minutes,
So
we would have
last
been
night, of
knackered.
course,
There's no need to let them burn out with their steam. Let them have the ball.
They went through 6-0 on aggregate.
And then that's when we'll hit them on the counter.
Ball placed by Patterson in the middle of his 6-yard line. Plays to Ballard. Ballard wide to Hume. Hume closed down by Mason Clark. Plays it up through the middle. Thomas had to get it
that high
right.
ball
Put it
again.
back over his
We're
head
just
because
hoofing it up
Isidore
front,
would
and it's just
through.
giving
Job's
possession
in the
back to
centre
Coventry
circle
every
now.
time.
Sirkin's calling for it, but an interception, a touch from Rudoni.
Like you see what I mean? Can you see Coventry are just closing down?
And he plays it, or he's touched
Not allowing even Sunderland to pass.
Sends it down the line. It's a throw to Coventry. Inside their half on the right-hand side. Van Eyck back to the goalkeeper. And he plays it past.
Yeah, they kind of keep that up all game though, CABBIE. They'll burn themselves out
Mienda
eventually.
goes across. Kitching plays it back to Wilson just outside the penalty area in midfield.
Packer Andrews says I'm off to the looms.
Wilson pauses for a moment in the middle, then plays it to Kitching again. Kitching bringing it up to halfway, looking for Grimes. Grimes to his left.
And just as I thought, the Sunderland Stadium light's gone quiet and you can hear the Coventry fans. This is exactly what they're wanting to do.
He covers some ground, Jack Rudoni.
And it's working. Mickey Graham says if we can get through first half 0-0 with Coventry trying to come at us this much, they won't have the same energy. You would think so.
Sirkin heads it in the air, comes out for a throw.
Oh, they'll burn themselves out, yeah.
Coventry taken quickly by Sakamoto.
There's no team that can keep constantly pressing
Hold on
all
a minute.
game like
Help me out here.
Yeah.
The linesman's standing right there and he doesn't flag, it's the referee. Come on.
Well, the crowd made the decision for him.
Yeah, the linesman doesn't flag and he's standing right next to the player who makes the foul throw.
After the foul throw by Tatsuhiro Sakamoto. And
just remember, we've got Mundell on the bench tonight, man.
And here is Job. Job out to Hume. Hume on the right wing to Roberts. And now inside to Mienda. Mienda turning, driving on, edge of the area, right foot, saved by Wilson. Threw his body behind it and down and cleared, but Mienda got through. He's coming back again now with Dan Neal. Neal looking for Isidore, heads wide on the shoulder of Van Eyck. Isidore's down hurt. They've all surrounded Ben Wilson.
Wilson's caught him.
Isidore's waving his right hand around. Sunderland players not happy.
That's all we need now. Isidore injured, isn't it?
Wilson.
I don't know what happened there.
What a great play again by Mienda.
Oh, so strong.
Mienda, class-like. So once he starts running, he's like a freight train, isn't he?
Wilson Isidore, not Ben Wilson. And
it's Wilson v Wilson.
It was pretty much, yes.
Class man, isn't he?
Instance.
See it again here.
And Neal's ball, Isidore went for it, and then, well, Ben Wilson sort of walked into him, walked through him, and Wilson Isidore's claiming that
that's
Ben
a
Wilson
goalkeeper.
caught him with his knee. Bit of
still on his hand.
There. But it's a goal kick because the upshot of all that.
VAR needs to...
Got a bit feisty then. We're halfway through the first half. It's Sunderland 0, Coventry City 0.
Good save by Ben Wilson from Mienda.
It was a strong shot from Mienda. And all the players drift up into the Sunderland half. Ben Wilson's goal kick, high in the air, headed up by Job, comes back down for Ben Sheath. Then Ballard gets in front of Mason Clark. Job's caught. So too, well, there are bodies everywhere.
You know, folly.
Sakamoto's gone down. I think Lefay has gone down. The referee is calling Ben Sheath as a yellow card.
How's that not a booking?
Yes, he's booked in.
I think from what happened to Wilson Isidore, and everyone's getting involved here. The referee's trying to keep everyone.
How get like this? We'll start getting a bit dirty, like.
But Ben Sheath just booked.
But this is Coventry's game plan. They want to frustrate Sunderland. That's what they want to do.
It'll be a free kick to Sunderland in the.
They want to stamp on the odd foot. They want to get Sunderland wound up. That's what they want.
Ben Sheath is being spoken to now by the referee. 0-0 then in the 25th minute. 2-1 still to Sunderland on
You see a
aggregate.
red card tonight.
We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Goodness knows.
Continues like this, mate.
I just think that you know, the two central defenders are wary of Mayenda.
They will be now. He's certainly tormenting them. Roberts on the right wing. De Silva goes with him. It's slipped inside to Job. Job wide again to Hume. Hume looking for the run of Job into the penalty area, but it's cut out in front of him by Kitching to De Silva. Back to Kitching, closed down by Hume, but Kitching gets the ball away.
Nice football,
and then Ballard heading it on, but Rudoni's trying to win it back. He's on the touchline. Roberts stabs it out. It's a throw to Coventry. He played 25 minutes.
Why does Sunderland keep doing this to you? Keep stopping you from relaxing after you've been to work all day.
To Grimes. Grimes now on this right-hand side up towards the halfway line. Rolls it into Ben
I'm
Sheaf.
sure every Sunderland fan on the planet will be feeling the same,
just
Richie.
in front of him, finds Grimes on the right, and now Van Eyck goes down by Lefay, who stabs the ball out. It's a throw to Coventry, just in front of Frank Lampard, which Van Eyck
Pierre Rice coming for Tricia, who ended up in the Premier League for her being a moderator.
Grimes now to Thomas. Thomas to Kitching, wide on the left on halfway.
We're not looking too bad recorded on Earth.
Kitching.
Nervy, I would say.
Meyenda's in front of him.
Ryan Jones says it's starting to look like a Royal Rumble. And William Babbitt says the same. How Coventry keep wasn't booked beyond me, says Maureen.
To Grimes. Grimes. Out wide to Sakamoto. Cirkin in front of him. Back to Grimes. Grimes
in the face looking good again tonight, isn't he?
Again, stabbed out by Lefay. Well done. The Dutchman. Throw to Sunderland. In the 27th minute now. 0-0.
Going to be 0-0 all game, do you think, Richie?
I'll be happy with that, mate.
It's not good for the nerves, though, is it?
Substitutes warming up as well.
Not though, mate, but if I have to sit through a 0-0 all match and be like that, then as long as we win at the end of the game, mate, I'll be happy.
Do you think?
Showing you Diallo there.
Cirkin with a throw. Down the left.
Do you think they'd notice if we slipped a Mad Diallo on a shirt and just say like Mundell's lost a bit of weight?
Hume out to Roberts on the right touchline, looking for the run of Hume. Hume sprinting down here on the right. Cross, but blocked, intercepted by
Good evening, Jacqueline.
Excellent pass by
on Sky Folly.
It's a throw to Sunderland. An explosive pace of Trey Hume. And so Hume looks for Roberts. Roberts at the edge of the area. Patrick Roberts comes back out, slips it to Isidore. Isidore's got blue shirts all around him. And in the end, Thomas stabs it away, or Kitching. Only as far as Joe, but now foul on Hadji right. Free kick quickly taken by Sheaf. Looking for Mason Clark on the far side, on the left of midfield. Hume tackles him. The ball out for a throw to Coventry. In the corner, on the left-hand side, in the 28th minute.
Thrown, Nick. That's what's happened here. He's gone over to the other side to throw
He's been fast so far. Definitely will. Between him and Lefay.
I know. Philip Stout says we need a goal.
Loose ball.
You know.
Room has he got between the advertising boards? Now it's been moved in.
He's got loads of room.
He's got plenty of room, hasn't he? He'll still get this in the penalty area. Van Eyck. In the air it hangs.
Guess they're trying the wrong
Thomas
balls
got
as
his
well.
head on it, back out to the Dutchman. He stabs it back to Ben Sheaf.
Not enough room there for this one, as
on the left. Job went to close him down. The ball played straight into 09 and out to Isidore. Isidore is tackled easily though by Sheaf, who finds Rudoni. Rudoni now to De Silva, and De Silva plays it back to Mason Clark played it back to De Silva. De Silva now looking for right down the Mason Clark down the edge of the penalty area, the right in the middle. It's played into De Silva. He crosses. Ballard deals with another corner.
Welcome recorded on Earth
for Coventry.
Concentration again, Nick, from this set piece.
Yeah. Grimes again goes down to take this at the Roker end.
You want Richie?
He didn't have to kick that out for a corner. He could easily got that out for a score.
I know. Are you still confident, Rich?
Watch the lad Thomas.
There's two. Thomas is at the back of the box with Rudoni as well. Sheaf in the
6-yard area.
Mason Clark. Grimes drives
some
with his left
fans
foot.
might not agree with
Headed
this,
out
but
by Hume, drops to Sakamoto, who drags his shot wide.
Just locking that
At
people
the
front.
foot of the right post. It's a goal kick to Sunderland in the 30th minute, nearly half an hour played.
Here's a goal coming soon to the lads.
Sunderland still lead 2-1.
Sunday from Australia early in the morning, says Alex.
Patterson places the ball in the middle of his 6-yard line.
Remember, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, see if we can get 100 likes, hit the
Patterson
subscribe
with the
button
kick
if you are new as well.
through the middle. It's going to drop over Thomas's shoulder.
Thanks
back
for the
to
2
Wilson,
subscribers.
the edge of the penalty area. Mayenda went to close him down. Ben Wilson kicks out for a throw to Sunderland inside the Coventry half on the left-hand side.
It's just the ground what's Mayenda's covered there. Why couldn't Wilson do it? He's on this side, isn't he?
Here's Lefay, edge of the area, tried to slip it through to Mayenda, and then fouls Matt Grimes on the edge of the box, who takes a quick free kick through Van Eyck to Rudoni. Wide on the right side now, Rudoni. Back to Van Eyck into Matt Grimes. Grimes on to Ben Sheaf, who slipped it across the face of Mayenda to Kitching.
Look at that from the fear, man, CABBIE.
Kitching into the Sunderland
wasn't trying to create problems, you know what I mean?
wing
Tries to
for
get the ball in the box, and he's
but
wasting
Hume's got in
back
front
man
of him,
more.
plays it down the top
He's showing
side,
his quality, like.
He's
Roberts
passing
on
it.
now, but it's away from Dan Neil, picked up by Matt Grimes. Ben Sheaf
Got to stop these
to
sloppy
Silva
passing, like.
inside to Rudoni. Play on, says Andy Madley.
Yeah,
He
he's
might
going
bring
to
this
roll
back,
around and make a
but
meal of this
some
now. This
discipline as
Coventry player,
Ballard clears from the cross inside the box from Rudoni. And now
he's going to get booked.
Roberts is going to get booked here because he's caught the player the second time at the corner of the penalty area.
A bit of frustration.
And the yellow card's out.
Yeah, frustration.
Oh, give our. Was that even a foul?
We'll have to look at it again.
So Pat Roberts.
I just think we should push further up the field, Nick. I really do.
We're starting to defend.
It worked last week, last Friday, but we're playing away from home.
Yeah,
we were at home. We've got to push on a little bit. Press higher up.
He's caught him, like, but
got to defend this now. Concentration again.
You still think I'm being negative by saying, Richie, you think Coventry will score for us?
So this free kick from the left corner.
No, I still think we'll get a goal before them.
Area.
I think we'll hit them on the counter attack like we did last game, CABBIE.
2 in the wall, but a line of players just behind the penalty spot. It's left for Grimes to curl in here. It's headed away by Ballard, picked up again though by Sakamoto at the edge of the penalty area. He's put it back in, and the ball headed down towards, well,
these are getting closer and closer to scoring, Coventry, like.
And it's come out
we
on
need
this
to sort this out.
side to Sakamoto, and back then to Van Eyck.
Still defending.
His elbow.
They're getting the balls away. They're still defending now.
I didn't see what happened there.
It's a booking.
A yellow card for
Thomas, isn't it?
Thomas.
Roberts.
Yeah.
We can't afford to keep sitting back, Nick.
Gavin Bennett's right. We can't afford to sit back. We're inviting them on, man.
Can't, but
so far Holt managed
can't,
to
but
hold off.
I think it's part of the plan, CABBIE. I think he's just letting them try and burn themselves out a bit.
2-1 on
and then we might see a change after half time, but we are playing a little bit dangerously. We are getting the balls in the box and getting the shots away, but at the same time we're defending all right as well.
So just drifting up into the Coventry half.
Just pushed him.
I can get the reasons for pushing on, but I think if we push on too much, I think that's when they'll score. I think we've just got to frustrate them as much as we can.
Patterson kicks, hangs, up goes Mayenda, beaten in the air though by Kitching, and now it comes back to Dan Neil, taps it to Joe, back to Neil, Neil back to O'Nien, at the edge of the back edge of the centre circle. Sirkin on this left-hand side, back again to O'Nien. Haji Wright goes
so far we're just going sideways and backwards.
He plays it to Ballard and wide then to Roberts, inside to Dan Neil. Neil now looking for the run of Easter, but he played it too hard over the top.
It's just awful, man.
And it runs all the way back to Ben Wilson, the Coventry keeper.
Oh yeah, man, we're better than that.
Out to Kitching.
Oh.
The crowd trying to get
who's he possibly there?
Sunderland spirits raised here.
Yeah.
Thomas on the right.
Ryan Joe says Sunderland player basically pushed in the face and Cov gets a yellow.
Plays it on to Kitching. Kitching pauses a moment, nearly caught by Mayenda, gets the ball back to Wilson, out to Thomas. Thomas up to the halfway line,
been shot
wide then
to
Van Eyck. A block by Lefay. Lovely flick inside to Isidore. Looking for the run of Meander if he can get him on the end of this, but it's come back to Ben Wilson who gets it out to Ben Sheaf. And he lifts it up down the right, and Sirkin will head it out for a throw to Coventry City. 0-0 in the 35th minute.
There's that nervy quietness in the stadium, I like, Richie.
Rolls it along the halfway line to Kitching. Drives it straight to Dan Neil. Neil now with Meander and Isidore. Plays it to Meander. Meander goes round. Kitching. Meander into the penalty area, trying to take it onto his left. But just enough of a tap.
Come back on his left.
Off his foot. And Coventry managed to get the ball away. Ballard has to win it.
How was it the bloody last minute?
You know it is.
To the centre circle, leaves it for
Joe. Again.
Joe tackled by Sakamoto.
Get that ball in the box.
Right down the right-hand side. O'Nien comes across the cover. Right, he's got behind him.
They're a good team, Coventry, like. You can't say they're not.
Back down the right-hand side to right. Right swings the ball into the penalty area. It drops for Rudoni onto his left, and now in towards Sakamoto. But he puts it over the top of the bar from inside the 6-yard box.
They look more dangerous to scoring, though.
We've got to do something different, Nick.
Yeah,
you know, you're allowing the team
to
basically
starting to have all the possession as well now. It's kind of like a mirror image from the first game.
It's 0-0.
Look, the thing is, when you've got somebody of Lefay's quality and he's not got into the game, what has he done? You've got to get him on the ball.
Patterson with the goal kick. Frank Lampard stands, arms folded.
I think we need more
to
time
say
now.
What his feelings are. Patterson's kick up through the middle, headed on by Kitching. Drops to Jove. Came off eventually for a Sunderland throw on the far side, just inside the Coventry half. Still only one goal in it overall. Goalless on the night. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Throw to Roberts, but Sheaf whips the ball off him and then wins a free kick.
Yeah, man, I mean free kicks.
We've got to wake up, Nick. We've got to wake up.
We won't win this tonight if we carry on the way we are.
Kicks it high.
As simple as that. Ken Udale says it looks like they're going to defend for the full 90
on
minutes.
On the left, inside their own half, deep.
Yeah.
Play to Grimes. Grimes will bring this out through the middle now for Coventry City in their sky blue. Lays it off to Thomas. Thomas.
Like you say, all them flares, welcoming the bus and banners means now it's on the pitch that I want to see.
Go on then, drive. Go on.
Running away from Sheaf. Neil still going. Neil still going down towards the left now, trying to get away from Van Eyvite. And he finds Isidore. Back to Neil, trying to slip it into Sirkin. Cut out though by Sakamoto. Finds Sheaf. And now it's being brought out to the halfway line by Rudoni, looking for the run of Mason Clark down the left-hand side of the penalty area. Ballard comes across the cover. Mason Clark still going. He's going to lay the ball off on the left, and it's flicked back inside by Rudoni. Kept in on the goal line by Ballard and cleared down the touchline on the far side. Grimes keeps it in.
It is extra time.
Battles with Roberts. Roberts has it. Now leaves it for Lefay. Lefay, Isidore's making a run. Lefay still has it. Lefay rolls it to Meander on the right, the corner of the penalty area. Meander still going on his left. It's blocked. Comes out on the right-hand side. For
too easy for Coventry to defend, man.
And he brings us away and out for Coventry City. Still 0-0.
We've got to be more dangerous going
forward. This is the 39th minute. Now with Sheaf. Sheaf into the centre. Laid off by Grimes.
They're not committing money, man. It's only Meander, Isidore, Lefay and Roberts.
Kitching to De Silva, just inside the Sunderland half. Back to Kitching. Kitching to Grimes in the centre circle. Now to Thomas. Thomas wide to Sakamoto. Sakamoto, Sirkin backing off him. Sakamoto crosses. Far post. Mason Clark brings it down. And it's put over the bar by Rudoni.
I'll tell you what.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, Richie, before they score.
Goal kick.
I'm sorry, like. I'm sorry for
everyone
in the chat, like.
A yard or so out, puts it over the bar.
It's like we're inviting them on purpose. I don't know what's the matter with us.
You know he wants to come inside. He had a free header at a far post.
I can't see where that goal's coming from, recorded on Earth, to be honest with you. We need to do something different going forward. Roberts on the missing list again.
I think that is partly in a bid just to stop the momentum.
In the first game, I mean,
slow things down a minute. But Rudoni, that was a good chance for him. Stabbed it over.
The better side, Richie. Coventry, the better side.
oh, first half, definitely.
It was only a yard or so
They've had the better chances. They've had more possession. They've just looked more at it than what Sunderland has.
Sunderland nil.
We've been sloppy in possession. We can't find the ball up top. Every time we get into their half, we get into their box to lose it.
Receiving some treatment.
Keep the faith, Cabbie. Defence is strong. Our defence is strong, but Coventry are getting nearer and nearer every time they're coming forward.
In the action,
they are getting nearer every time.
He'd be very pleased.
The way the game is going, it's certainly
because
not escaping them.
You know, he's come to the stadium and he's not been really put under any pressure, have they? You know, they've been able to basically control the game.
We are poor, John Hughes.
I
think it's only a matter of time before the score, says John Hughes. Says we've been poor.
He'll feel that while it's this,
yeah, we'll have.
It's still in the game.
I think it's all part of his plan.
Well, it's a very dodgy plan because of Coventry City's score.
Players start to drift back onto the pitch. Patterson is still lying, receiving.
I knew this was going to happen after his game last night. Probably I said, I bet you from minute one that's all we're going to do.
On the bench for the playoff
I just could tell what sort of tactics he's going to do in this game.
Warming up as a
Ian Curry says we're trying to walk the ball into the net. I think we're too slow going forward. We're giving too many Coventry players the time to get back. So therefore, when we come forward, there's no room.
So Andy Madley,
we're just closing us down quick.
Just trying to play the ball into space, Cabby, and it's not working. Trying to look for runners to run onto this ball.
Stephen Small says Labrie must get his coaching tactics from Gareth Southgate. Defend. It will cost eventually.
The tie.
William Babbitt says Cabbie's making me nervous and I'm a Leeds fan.
Patterson with the ball in the middle of his 6-yard line. Simon Moore jogs back to the dugout.
Can you hear that nervousness in the stadium, Richie? Can you hear that silence?
Yeah, you can
sense. Quiet. The atmosphere's dropped.
You can see by the body language of the fans.
Patterson with a kick, long, deep, looking for Mienda, headed away by Kitching. Or now De Silva finds Sheaf in the middle. Mienda on his shoulder, he wins the ball off him, but Sheaf.
Cabby, if we play like this all game, and it does finish 0-0, will you be happy?
To Lefay tries to play it back into the penalty area, but it's cleared by De Silva.
It's too easy for Coventry. Too easy for Coventry when we're going forward.
But it's come back out on the left for Lefay to roll out over the touchline.
It's a dodgy plan, says Paul Heron. Our midfield is not pushing up when our forwards have it defending the lead.
Coventry City half.
They're passing us poor,
not
says
committing many numbers.
42nd minute, nearly the 43rd.
Fernie says, don't forget, lads, it's Coventry's Cup final. No, you think they will get burned out, but the size of this game might spur them on. The athletes, they won't get burned out.
Another throw to
they will not get burned
Sunderland
out.
On the left-hand side. Sirkin again needs some movement here. He's got Job or Lefay, and he's going to go for Lefay down the left. He just turned on Van Eyck.
Too easy for Coventry once again.
Oh, there's somebody move. There's nobody moving on this throw.
Van Eyck
Starts standing still.
Goes to get the ball. Lefay's still lying on the running track, clasping his left.
He's off the pitch.
Hand is hurt his wrist, I think, as he fell.
He's just wasting time there.
Recorded on Earth says Sunderland goal before half time. We're a long way off that by the seams
inside
of it.
the Sunderland half now. We played nearly 43 minutes.
If there's anything Coventry are likely to score first.
Live on BBC Radio Newcastle. De Silva.
We can't keep sitting back.
They've dominated this first game. This first half.
Here comes Mason Clark again. Down into the corner.
I bet you were trying to be clever sods and trying to. I bet you were trying to go for 0-0 for the whole of the game. I bet you that's what we're trying to do.
De Silva.
It's his tactics. You know what I mean? That's the way he plays, doesn't he? All know the way he's game now, Reggie, and he doesn't commit them forward. And like somebody said in the chat there, he is very similar to Southgate.
By Isidore. Then Isidore
the
trying
home
to get
side,
away,
for God's
runs
sake.
into Grimes. Grimes plays it back to Sheaf. Across to Thomas on this right-hand side, and Thomas now wide to Sakamoto.
He'll cut in onto his left.
He rolls it down to Van Eyck on the goal line. It's cleared in the 6-yard box by O'Neill.
Every single man of Coventry in our half.
2 against 2. Mienda taking this on. De Silva chasing back to try and get Mienda. Mienda's looking for Isidore, but the pass.
We're shite going forward tonight, like.
Oh,
terrible.
To Sheaf. And Sheaf bringing this on again into the Sunderland half. Rudoni ahead of him, but Sirkin fouls him.
And the referee's given a free kick to Coventry every time a player of theirs gone down. I've smoked 15 cigs already, says Ian.
Sunderland half in the last minute.
You've got to defend this one. You've got to defend it.
Tony Harrington.
I'm siphoning petrol, Ian. I'm that bad.
Now Sheaf back out to Van Eyck on the right wing. The cross blocked. And Sirkin heads it behind for a corner.
There's only one winner in this game so far, Richie. If it carries on.
On this right-hand side.
Yes.
Grimes coming.
Do you think I'm being a bit negative there?
Matt Grimes
No,
coming
we're
down
in
to take
control
the
of the
corner
game.
for
Definitely, we are.
Coventry.
We're just trying to get that lucky break. That's all we're doing.
Time at the end of the first
Coventry
half.
a better team first half.
You've got to be strong here.
Jonathan Marks says we're bad at the minute. We're the ones that are looking tired.
Yeah. The rest of them in the 6-yard box.
Look at the ones on the edge of the box.
I think they're mindful of a counter-attack. Grimes drives us in towards the far post, headed out by Mayenda, comes all the way back in the middle to Van Eyck, puts it to Sakamoto, and 3 minutes added on at the end as
the ball is just continuously coming into our 18-yard area from Coventry. It's just one after the other.
To Van Eyck,
got to stop the cross.
down to Silva, crosses, oh, it's headed down and over.
It's headed down over the bar.
Whistle blown.
Yeah.
And Rodoni's
I'm
header
really
I
don't know, Richie.
Wouldn't have counted.
But we need to stop playing like this. Like
You've got to say,
we need to stop
you've got
it.
to say these first 45 minutes, Coventry will go into that changing rooms at half-time the happy of the two teams. I would expect that, you know, Coventry would have been expecting to be under a little bit more pressure than what they are at the present moment. And
Totally unmarked in the centre,
into
in the
game,
centre of the
and they're
box
getting
there.
stronger and stronger.
Patterson then with a free kick in the middle of the Sunderland penalty area.
Jill
Players
says
pretty much in the centre circle. We're only in the second minute of the 3 being added on.
Sunderland wouldn't do it the easy way, would they, and get a goal?
He'll blow his whistle.
They wouldn't, would they?
We're playing like
CABBIE
we're playing like we're 2-0 up, man.
Heads it on straight to
Not
Joe.
1-0.
Joe now to Lefay. Lefay back to O'Nien. O'Nien squares the ball to Ballard.
Like I keep saying, and I know
to Hume just inside the Sunderland.
it's annoying people and that, like, but I can see why he's doing this. I just knew we would play like this. It just doesn't make sense having 2 strikers on though.
Donny. Roberts is cutting back now to try and cover.
Give the cigarettes up, says Colin. Sunderland's bad enough for your health.
Mason Clark, but the referee says it's the other way round. He says that Mason Clark died.
Oh, you lose now towards our Sunderland, man.
Shisha says I agree, we've got to book our ideas
I'm
up.
not quite sure about that myself,
playing like England, says Ian, we are. 3 minutes at a time, says Becker.
And he didn't want to do so again.
What's your thoughts on the first half? Mickey Graham says I disagree with Bennett. I have to say Coventry can't be happy at 0-0 at half time, knowing how much pressure they put on us. I'd say we'll be happy at 0-0. True is, Mickey Graham, we cannot carry this on second half, mate. We just can't. We just can't carry it on second half. Never mind, Coventry's got to come forward to get that goal. What about us? Do we not need to go forward and get a goal like? Do we not need that goal? Never mind Coventry. We need a goal and all.
Drops down the right
we need
wing
one.
and is headed out for a Sunderland throw by Jay De Silva.
It's their score, CABBIE.
This might pretty much be the last attack of the
way we're playing so
first
far.
half.
If they do score and the way we're playing so far, we're
He's
not going to
halfway
get
inside the Coventry City half. Roberts making some movement, trying to hold off.
Come on then.
Mason Clark. Roberts gets it back to Hume. Hume trying to flick it down the touchline. De Silva plays it up to the halfway line. O'Nien heads it on. De Silva heads it back. Ballard comes across.
We're just hoofing it back. That's all we're doing. We're just hoofing it all the time.
The ball away. Sheaf gets it away, and then it's won by Hume, and that'll be half time.
That was shite, like. Sorry,
so they reach the interval, still leading by a goal on aggregate. Goalless first half. Coventry enjoying
for a first half, the most like
possession as they
I just think it's all part of
Coventry on Friday night.
This is
and
what
it's
he's
still very
to
much a tie that's alive as
crap
far as
football
Coventry
life for them,
concerned. There's still only a goal behind, and I know what you're
I'm not grumbling, mate. 0-0 at half time.
You look at that first 45 minutes, and I think that Coventry will go into that changing room.
I get where you're coming from, though, Cabby. Like it is.
You know, I think they were expecting a little bit more pressure from Sunderland.
The way I'm trying to see it is, I'm just trying to see like the bigger picture a little bit.
Opportunities, which
Well, you wouldn't think we were at home, put it this way.
It's a dangerous game, though.
Maybe
yeah, it's a bit dangerous playing like that. Like,
they mostly come off and think they should have done
he obviously
better.
thinks we're capable of doing it, so...
So, 45 minutes, maybe more to go.
Can you imagine second half, man, after like in the 60th minute or something like that, still 0-0, and he brings Chris MACKEM on. The place will gone off it.
It is 0-0 on the night.
Bring him on about 80th minute.
To Coventry City 1.
Well, I'll mute that. It's frustrating. Fernie says it's a dangerous plan, Richie. Very poor from Sunderland. Coventry seems sure to score. It's only a matter of time, Victor, for Coventry score. This is definitely going the same way as the last game, says Folly.
It is.
Get that lucky cap back on.
It's exactly the same.
You've got to get your lucky cap back on.
I was friggin' told last week that somebody comes on the chat last week and says it annoys them.
Oh, that was just...
No, I have.
That was a spammer. That was like a troll.
I know, but I've washed my hats today, like, so they're not dry yet.
Aye.
That's why you can see me shiny baldy heat on it.
We need a big second half.
For luck.
Get Mundell on second half. I don't know. I mean...
I think this was just expected, CABBIE. This is what I thought we were going to do.
Well...
But we've got to be careful.
Are you confident as what you were at the beginning?
Giving Coventry a bit of possession.
Still confident we're going to win it.
To get the ball in the box, but they aren't really.
I am a little bit worried now.
Trying to open us up too much. They just seem to want to get in the box and get the ball in the box.
Just had chance after chance after chance.
Been quite a few sort of 6-yard scrambles, and so far we've come out on top.
I mean, can you see where our goals coming from? The way we're playing, the way we're set up.
Coventry the other night, so I hope it goes the same way. But you know,
just try and play loads of through balls. Just balls into space.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Looking further players to run into that space, and it's just not working.
Saved by Patterson.
And then hoofing the ball up. It's like watching Sunday League, isn't it? That's what you do in Sunday League.
A bit of a scramble in the box. He probably got impeded by his own man who went down in front of him, and it just
maybe keep the ball down, pass the ball around contact, and slightly push up, stop sitting in the small
he
box.
Scooped it over the bar, but look, we're defending in numbers.
I mean, I let them have the ball, let them sort of like,
you know, with the time
turn themselves out a little bit,
you
know what I mean? And we've got the likes of Mundell and
next pass isn't particularly great. You know, we've either got to take it out wide and just try and open them up a little bit.
We need to see something
maybe a little bit too intricate. They're still defending in numbers, aren't they? They're not really.
Not yet.
They're not really fully opening up on us yet, which they've, you know, the longer
change that dynamic
as the game goes on. If it stays 0-0,
we've got to change. We cannot keep this up for the whole of the game. We just can't.
Then that it's easier for Mayenda and
Scott Williams is right. We've got to move the ball quick in the final third. We're too slow going forward.
Neil and those kind of players, Roberts, supporting them and playing those cute little passes into the little.
We're not committing enough men forward
at the moment.
You know what I mean? There's not enough players.
If you're a Coventry fan, you'd be worried about
Joe Boy used to do in
game,
maybe.
and Sunderland fans be worried about what's been going on in our 6-yard box. But so far, no goals.
Lefay and Roberts haven't really featured that
4
much.
yellow
Roberts did
cards
get booked, of course. I mean, Lefay in particular starved.
Guys saying that Sunderland have overheated the away dressing room.
The majority of that first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we have had those chances to break into their half. He's usually
I'm going to get another drink. I'll be 2 minutes.
So we've won it in the midfield area, right in the in between the penalty spot, the penalty arc, and the centre circle. Looking up, playing a pass into one of the strikers, but then it's a heck of a distance for Lefay to cover when he's covering. He's looking after Sakamoto on this side, and you know he's doubling up with Sirkin or with the fullback. So then for him to get up and support, he's got a lot of distance to travel. So a little bit more cohesion from us, maybe a little bit more space if they commit bodies forward, but you know the onus is on them, and that's the advantage of winning that first leg, and we've got to I think we will react to what they do.
So in the second half then, did you envisage that he'll carry on with the same shape? Do you think he might be tempted to crowd midfield a little bit more, or whether that means changing the formation completely, or just sort of nudging the shape a little bit, and whether that means making substitutions or not, I'm not sure. Not initially, anyway.
Yeah.
But do you think he'd be tempted in order to maybe try and thwart the threat that we have seen from Coventry, and they have had chances?
Yeah, I mean, I think the back four are dealing with most stuff. I think there was one good cross from Sakamoto to the far post. They're going to have chances. We've had some little openings, where Meyenda's done well. He's got into the box, got a good shot on target, and Isidore wasn't far off. Getting behind the header that came from the next moment on that attack. So we've had some chances as well. So football matches are about missed chances, and the few options, the few times that it goes in are the bonus. So you can't sort of dwell too much. I do think playing with Roberts and Lefay, it isn't a particularly strong defensive midfield because of their physical presence. They haven't got a huge physical presence. So, what do? Do you put Brown on, who's a bit more experienced and tougher in the tackle? Do you put Mundell on?
An option, doesn't he?
Or do you put Mundell on and say, okay, then there's a bit more pace than Roberts, gives us and Lefay gives us. I mean, Lefay, I think we all think probably that Lefay is the man you want to change in the second half, then, Cabby?
I'm just reading
Simon
social media.
Brown, Chris Rigg, Romain Mundell, Sally.
We need to get in the front door and push Coventry back. We can't hold on to this one-goal lead the entire second half. It's not going to happen. We're not going to hold on to the one-goal lead. It just won't happen if we have it on.
We have a couple of yellow cards. Looking at the performances, I think it makes the changes easier.
A lot of fans are saying need to get Roberts off. They're not impressed with Roberts.
Rigg on, pack the midfield.
He's been poor, hasn't he? He was poor the first game as well. I heard a few fans defending him, saying, obviously he's come back and defended well for it, but that's not his game. He needs to be a threat.
Fernie says first 5 months of the season you were on fire. Thought you would have been up for this,
one of the things that could scupper us tonight is going down to 10 men. I mean,
it's just we just tactics now, man. When nobody's trying to be right.
And you worry that
I mean, this is what he does.
Likely to throw himself into a challenge, but he's the sort of player that maybe
is it a genius move, like a very big, risky, daring move that he's playing with at the minute? Yes, it is.
That's right.
But can he pull it off? Yes, he can pull it off. We've seen what he can do in the first
game.
He's
unusual
with his
the way that he runs. He has that sort of language style, but a couple of times,
and you can tell,
we've won it back
from minute one, Cabby, like I was saying to everybody as well, that
in the first half,
we're just allowing sort of Coventry have the ball at the minute. You know what I mean? We're not too bothered about closing them down and giving them a bit of pressure.
A couple of
Let
times
them come up with
not quite.
If anything, out that first half, I think we've defended really well. I think Dan Bollard, yet again,
is he not recovered from the game on Friday? I don't know.
The backside's on the line for yet again, Brilliant player, Dan Bollard.
A lot more to come.
But it is just poor go forward. We can't just seem to find any link up. I mean, Lefay's had a few opportunities. You know what I mean? He's shown a little bit of good, like magic that he can, bring to the game. Meyenda's had a little bit, but apart from that, there's been nothing.
No.
There's just nothing, no commitment from Dan Neil and Job to get forward and join the attack. I mean, that's what I'm surprised with, because Job's very, very good at that. He's a very much like a box-to-box player, Job. So you can tell he's not committing men forward and he's not bothered about scoring.
I know. I'm just going to the toilet for 2 seconds, mate.
Go for it, mate. I hope Ellis Sims doesn't come on, Brian. He's definitely be a problem if he comes on. I'm surprised he's not starting for them. Actually, he's a good player, him. Yeah, I think he'll make changes with Roberts eventually. It's just who would he bring on? Maybe Chris Rigg.
It's just concerning, Rich, that the fact we just look so stuck when we're going forward. We're it's not giving you much confidence, is it? We're no. we can only seem to manage 4 or 5 passes and then we've broke down and they've got the ball off us. We've only really opened them up once, I think, when Mundell was clean through, when he went through. I want to see Lafay do more. Would you want Lafay?
Yeah, he's had a couple of brief. Yeah.
Finn says, evening CABBIE, how's the nerves? My nerves are fine. It's more frustration. It's, Sunderland can't do it the Sunderland way. I mean, are you telling me we haven't got the quality on that pitch to put this game to bed? I mean, are we playing Real Madrid?
Right.
Are we playing Barcelona? Are we playing PSG? Do you know what I mean? It's Coventry City, no disrespect, but what's the matter with us, Richie? What we're doing?
It's just his tactics. Just the way he's approaching the game, CABBIE. That's all it is. But it's, I don't know. Somebody put in your chat there as well, CABBIE, about Ellis Sims as well. I forgot about him. He's on the bench for them tonight. He's a problem if he comes on. Like, they stick 4-4-2 and put him and Hadji right up top.
I'm just concerned the fact they've had a couple of clear chances, Coventry, and they've headed like twice over the bar. They've bounced. They've had space. They didn't have that space at Coventry, apart from that one time when they scored. 3 or 4 times when that cross has come in, they've been unmarked in the box, and they've headed. It's gone close. It's just they've been clear. So we're not defending nowhere near as good as what we did at the Coventry game. At Coventry.
Aye, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Richard Charlton says, please don't drag it out. The neutrals watching need more action. Coventry need to score, soak up pressure. We've 2 flyers up front, hit them on the counter. Worked for last game, got to be our tactic. Well, he's got to.
I think we've got the quality out there, CABBIE, but it's just not connecting and gelling as much as it was in the first game, is it?
I can only see one team winning this tonight. I can see them, Frank Lampard in the centre circle, cheering to the Coventry fans at full time, celebrating. Because at the minute, I can't see it going any other way.
Campaign. So
well, we're still in front. Let's say it's half time now and it's 1-0 to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it at the minute. You know what I mean? We've got the lead at half time. But I hope not. I'll be absolutely devastated if we lose this tonight, CABBIE.
I'll be devastated, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh no.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Saying that, they've had 6 shots and they've only had 1 on target.
Now, what have we done?
Yeah, we've got 4-1. So the attacking third, they've got 64% of the attacking third. I mean, yeah.
MACKEM Mike says, we are generally lucky to be 2-1 up. Gifted Meander a goal, but it was a quality finish. It was a sort of a gift, but he still had a lot of work to do, Meander.
Yeah, Lafay's work on that right. I'm sorry, when he went and closed down that right wing back, he was the one that maybe led to the error, you know. Meander still had a lot to do when he got in that box. He was still left hand side the goal. He had to get a good finish on that ball. Like, I mean, it was a gimmick to it, but like you just said, Tommy, there's still a lot of work to do by him.
Well, put it this way: if we did get through, we'd have no chance against Sheffield United. If we carry on like this, they'd be looking at this game and say, if Sunderland get through, they won't be worried.
Behind you, and you're just thinking,
of course they'll be the better team, but at the end of the day, all the pressure will be on Sheffield United. That might, play slightly into that.
Dan Neil, so he's just thinking that
we can't play like this. If we do get through tonight,
let's get it going in the second half.
On the other hand,
CABBIE, are we forgetting how well you are defending? Dan's happy with the first half. You will, absolutely.
I expected in the first 15 minutes.
We will beat Sheffield United.
But I didn't get a sense that they did.
I hope so.
But I don't think Coventry are expecting to have as much ball as they have had. They've got it and they're thinking, wow.
No change.
The most one is thinking, if they do the same, I just feel as though they're going to do damage. We can't afford to, especially on this.
Century Gaming says 1 goal and they would need 3.
Well, Coventry have just
If that's
kicked
not
off.
motivating. Well, they would only need 2 because that would bring it into extra time, wouldn't it?
Jimmy Montgomery
If we scored, we would be 3-1 up. But Coventry would only need 2 goals.
Right to left. Sunderland in there.
And you have to fancy Coventry if it went to penalties, because our penalties,
Coventry in
say
there,
no more.
sky blue and white, as it's played to Matt Grimes on this left-hand side. No changes to either side at half-time, and Sunderland were unchanged from Friday night. And Coventry made just the one change. They brought in Ephron Mason-Clark to play wide on the left, with Haji Wright playing up through the middle. Here's Grimes again on the left-hand side, plays it into the centre circle to Kitching. Liam Kitching to Grimes, and Grimes has got to Silva out wide on the left-hand side, looking for Mason-Clark down the left of the penalty area. Is bundled over by Dan Neil. It's a free kick.
Sooner or later, Nick, mark my words, they will get in. If you keep dropping off and giving them the time and space, they will get in. And again, what we've gone and done, give away a silly free kick.
Grimes and Sheaf over the free kick, about 4 or 5 yards in.
All I can hear is the Coventry fans singing at the minute.
10 yards from the goal line on the left-hand side. Patterson just organising where he wants Lefay to stand. Patrick Roberts at the corner of the
in the first game,
box. And a bit of movement from Haji Wright on the penalty spot. Grimes is ball in, is headed out by Ballard. Comes out into the middle. Van Eyck gets it all the way back to Ben Wilson in the middle of the Coventry half. Mienda went to close him down. Wilson swings a great ball out to the left wing. Offside. Grimes taking it down on the touchline. Regis Lebris applauding wildly.
We've got to press further up the field, Nick. Simple as that.
Hume comes out to get the ball, picks it up and rolls it, throws it back down to Anthony Patterson, who will take the free kick. All in black and grey.
I would definitely bring Roberts off.
The north end of the stadium.
Bellingham and Lefay's got to get in the game. We've got to get him into the game.
Yeah, Lefay was very quiet in the first
Tommy
half.
Watson can play on that right-hand side, you know.
Patterson's kick headed away by Kitching. Drops to Ballard. He's trying to take it through the middle. Sheaf challenges, and the ball breaks over on the far side for a Coventry throw back inside the Coventry City half. 2-1 to Sunderland on the aggregate. If it stays 0-0, of course Sunderland go through. We really don't want to go through the whole of the second half with that 1 goal advantage. It would be nice to see Sunderland put it to bed, wouldn't it?
That means it's too easy.
Score, you'd argue that probably would. Wilson with a goal kick, or a kick up towards Mason.
How is it Coventry City have a big goal kick and they keep possession? Every time we have a goal kick,
out to Sakamoto,
it's straight to Coventry.
Corner of the penalty area, rolls it down the right for Van Eyck, straight to the hands of Anthony Patterson.
Roberts has done nothing, hasn't he? He's done nothing.
Patterson falls to his
There's another
knees,
cross has to come in.
And rolls the ball out now to Dennis Sirkin on the left-hand side.
Oh well, lads, knock. Are we going to cause them any problems tonight, or what?
2-1 to Sunderland on aggregate. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Here's Hume. Plays it back to Ballard on the right of the penalty area. Back to Patterson. He kicks up to the halfway line, and it's headed away from Mienda.
Just kind of get the ball off Coventry.
And now
not get the ball off them.
We're not in the middle. Down to Grimes, to Thomas, on to Rodoni, back to Thomas, and now Grimes on halfway still, and through the middle to Sheaf. Looking
well, then, is he going to get booked
whips
then?
It into the penalty area, goes down at the edge of the box. They're challenged by Trey.
You're going to book Isidore. You've got to book him.
He booked Wilson Isidore for that.
I know, and it's the argument here.
Be consistent.
He dived.
Consistency, referee.
But the referee's given nothing.
Why is he booked? Why has he not booked him there? And he's booked Isidore. He's done exactly the same what Isidore's done.
Andy Madley,
exactly what Isidore's done, and he hasn't got a yellow card.
That's even worse, that's worse than Isidore's.
Ball out with Sirkin
on
the
hey,
left-hand side.
Not the same consistent referee.
I don't think so.
That's what he needs to run, Wilson Isidore. Stanley should be making a run.
Him. It's come back to Kitching. Kitching out to Sheaf. Sheaf up towards the halfway line into the Sunderland half. Lays it off to Van Eyck.
Listen how quiet that ground is, man. That's how nervy Sunderland's making the fans.
Forwards again down the right wing on the touchline. Rodoni looking to bring this on and just taps it back behind him to
come on, man.
Van Eyck, and now Grimes. Grimes back out to Van Eyck, and back to Grimes, across to Kitching on the left-hand side, a third of the way inside the Sunderland half, down the left to De Silva. De Silva now, Roberts in front of him, lays it back off.
That is ridiculous stuff.
Kitching down the left, trying to get it through to De Silva, leaves it for Kitching into the penalty area, into the goal line, pulls it back, and it's slipped behind by
It's like Sunderland want them to score. It's like Sunderland want them
corner kick
to go to get level.
Coventry, their fourth corner.
He's got to do something. He's got to change.
Tell you what, without Dan Bollard and
corner kick.
Do we actually want to win this tie?
Comes down.
Concentration
Do
again,
we?
Nick.
Take this corner.
Because it doesn't look like we want to, does it?
Continue giving away set pieces and free kicks.
So, Matt Grimes from the left at the north end of the stadium. Plenty of sky blue shirts in the penalty area. It comes down to Sakamoto, smashes a shot, comes off
It's just
Isidore,
cross
back
after
out,
cross, shot
and
after
then,
shot
Van
from
Eyck
Coventry. Constantly.
volleys wide.
He's got to change it. Simple as that.
52nd minute, 0-0.
It's not working.
Patterson.
Can it be Coventry for 90 minutes, Rich? Surely, can it? Right, 258 watching. Thank you.
And plays it out to Ballard. Ballard out to Hume on the right-hand side. Hume.
There we go again. We've managed two passes, and it's back with Coventry again.
Give the ball away.
It's awful, this like.
It's won back by Van Eyck to Sakamoto. Lefay's gone with him.
Let's see how long we'll keep the ball for this time.
And it's won back eventually.
Not even two passes that time.
He needs help. He needs
Tackled
help.
by Sakamoto.
Jesus Christ, what's the
Grimes.
matter with us?
Then Joe wins it. Is
Mickey Graham says, I'm starting to think CABBIE isn't a Sunderland fan, so negative. I'm only reporting, Mickey, what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing on the pitch is negative stuff. I wish I could shout and cheer and say Sunderland are really on top. We're coming at them, but I can't. It's all Coventry City.
And it's starting to get a little bit.
It's just Coventry. Even the Sunderland fans are biting the nails. Surely the fans at the stadium are like, we are still leading this tie, Mickey, but it's not going to last for long if we carry this on.
The Dutchman on the right-hand side, halfway inside.
We're sitting deeper and deeper.
Back to Thomas, Bobby Thomas. He's got Liam Kitching to his left, but he
We've got every single player.
Van Eyck inside to
I would say furthest forward players, Mayenda there.
Plays it again.
Those need to go about 100 yards
and
away from
Kitching wide down the left-hand side to Mason
That's
Clark.
how deep
He goes
we're
round Hume. He's trying to get into the penalty area. He's free
Crazy.
kick
Again, you cannot
Why we're
keep
playing a
giving away free
4-4-2
kicks,
if
Nick.
this is what we want to do.
right on the corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side.
It's gonna be
This free
it's
kick.
gonna be 2-2. So
Now there's going to be mistakes.
Coventry City.
There's mistakes coming. You can tell one or two
You've
when
got
they
to be
get the bit.
proactive. You've got to, before it
Aggravated.
happens, you've got to do something.
Matt Grimes then will take the free kick.
It's like we're watching these
Don't wait for it to happen.
games
and
again
then
where
do
we lost
something.
5 in a row.
he's a Coventry goal
That's what
coming
it's
in.
like.
You can just see an easy goal coming in, and they
Concentration
thoroughly deserved it.
Players lined up. 10 yards out. Grimes ball in. It's headed out by Job.
Like I said, I would play on Real Madrid or something. What's the matter with
And
us?
away into touch from Sirkin for a throw.
It's
on
a
the
damn
far
ball
side.
as well, getting all the way
Quickly
again.
taken. Comes back down on the right, and then the referee.
Trisha
has
says,
given
Game
a
yeah.
could
throw
be a hell of a
again
lot different.
against Sakamoto.
We didn't have Dan
twice.
Bollard on this pitch
I mean,
tonight.
the first time,
Yeah,
you can
I
forgive
want
it, but
I
do it
want to
twice.
report. I want to sound more optimistic. I want to
I
sound
don't know what Sakamoto's
more
complaining
excited.
about.
But it's frustrating.
Sirkin then with
Yeah,
this throw for
Sunderland at the minute, they're just
substitutes.
can
We've
it
got no movement. Look,
put a pass
nothing.
together.
O'Nien behind, Job inside.
It's
gonna
like
have
there's
to
a
go
magnet
down the line,
attached to
Sirkin
the
with a
ball.
long throw.
And
Headed
it's
on
just getting
by
attracted to
Lefay,
Coventry players
but
all
it's
the time.
whipped
It's just
away back by Thomas to Ben Wilson, and Isidore
He'll be
chases
coming
it.
forward here.
Wilson kicks it up through the
Crikey.
middle, headed on by Ballard, nodded down by Lefay to Dan Neal in the centre circle, who finds Mayenda. Mayenda now wide right to Roberts. Roberts now dribbling at Van Eyck into the penalty area. Lovely ball inside now to Hume, who pulls it back. Oh, there's no penalties. Lefay thought he was pulled down. Joe picks up a loose ball outside the penalty area.
Oh,
trying to work it in
foul?
here. Finds Sirkin
I tell
on
you
the
what,
right.
you're going to get nothing off this referee,
Right,
man.
the goal line on the left-hand
Not a
side,
thing.
and then pulls it back here for Roberts to try and cross, and Roberts wins Sunderland first corner. Lefay
First corner.
comes down to take this corner kick
First
on the
corner.
left at the Roker end. Roberts strolls into the penalty area.
Come on, Dan Ballard.
Job and Hume circle on the far side of the penalty area.
What did I tell you? Corner, free kick to them straight away. How many times have I said, Richie, every time we have a corner, their keeper either catches it, we either overhit it, underhit it, or it's a free kick to them.
Crashing into him.
What happens?
0-0 still.
Corner, free kick straight to
2-1
them.
on aggregate to Sunderland.
That's
Ben
all
Wilson
we can do in a corner.
comes to take
Not good
the
enough.
free kick, taps it to his right to Thomas.
Cabbie's frustration is palpable.
Thomas
It's a
back to
sign of a
Wilson.
passionate supporter, says
And
William.
Wilson bringing this out.
You say it as you say, Cabbie. That's what you do, mate.
In
don't you?
green, Ben Wilson.
Yeah,
On
no,
he
you're
comes and
even
then
teed
drives
off.
the ball
Got
upfield.
every
Look
right
at
to
Hadji
be.
Wright. Ballard gets in front of him, strong header, but straight to Matt Grimes. Grimes takes it to the left to De Silva. De Silva now looking to try and find a way through, plays it back behind into Matt Grimes, and Grimes goes wide again to De Silva on the left. Roberts goes
It's
with
more
him,
like
it's played back to
composure.
Grimes, and
More
Meyenda
sort of
goes
like
to close him again,
Sunderland,
gets
yeah.
a foot to it, but it takes it to De Silva.
Yeah.
Roberts tries to
Dawson?
get it again, Grimes crosses,
Good lad.
a deep one which Sakamoto will try and keep in. It comes off him and will roll. Oh, he just went over the touchline. And a throw to Sunderland on the left in the 57th.
Keep your cool, man. We'll kick nothing, yes.
You know what will make it worse?
His team are still
It'll be 0-0 in the 94th minute and Coventry City will get an equaliser. Because that's the Sunderland way.
just a goal between them.
Isn't it, Richie? That's the Sunderland way.
0-0 on the night.
Headless chickens with
How do you
set
think
pieces.
The ball hangs in the
What do
air
you think
on the
the
left
Coventry
wing.
fans are feeling though, Cabby? Like they
Nodded
can't
down
seem
by
to take the
Lefay,
chances.
trying to
All
get
that
They
they
will. They will score,
Wilson
Richie.
to
Away. Out for a throw to Sunderland.
They will score. They will, if they keep this up, they
Just
will get a goal.
inside the
I'll tell you that now.
Coventry City half. Down comes
one of them's going to go in
Dennis
sometime, isn't
Sirkin
it?
to take the throw.
I just don't understand why this whole what. I get the
Sirkin,
tactics.
10 yards
I get-
inside the
I
Coventry
get
City
what
half.
he's trying to do, but
Needs some help. Joe
can't string a pass together, man.
almost on
Kind of
halfway, forces it back to
not taking the time, they're just rushing
across
things
now to
far
Ballard.
too much.
Ballard wide to Hume. Hume onto Meyenda. Meyenda trying to get it back to Hume, inside to Dan Neil. Neil looking for Isidore, flicks it over the top into the path of Sirkin in the penalty, the Fay in the penalty area. Oh, he pulled it back. Isidore missed it. Patrick Roberts drags his shot wide.
Yeah. Sunderland 31% possession, Coventry
right
69.
Patrick.
He's furious with
He knows himself, he knows
doesn't
himself.
He knows. 0-0 still, 59th minute. And
Oh, he had all the time in
it's
the
going
world,
to
man,
get
as well.
very tense the final half hour.
His head's
Ben
gone like
Wilson
you can
to the
tell,
edge of
can't
his
you, by his
area,
face?
kicks
His head's gone.
Frank Lampard in conversation with Joe Edwards is number
Patrick
2.
Roberts, I mean.
The ball in the air, headed out by Ballard. Trying to get on the end of it is Job. Gets it down to Roberts, who drives it straight at Grimes. Grimes now.
Tell you what,
to
Sunderland are the
Silva on
masters
his
of
left-hand
causing
side.
anxiety with the
Crosses.
fans, aren't they?
O'Neill puts it high in the air, out into midfield.
Hard being a
Bounces
Sunderland
away
fan, isn't
from
it?
Isidore. Sheath gets it to Grimes, and Grimes down the left wing to Mason Clark. And Hume goes to tackle him. Mason Clark, or Roberts goes to tackle him. Mason Clark crosses in towards Hadji Wright, headed away by Ballard, and Sakamoto's trying to shepherd it out.
Paddy Roberts needs to
Another
come
corner.
off. He needs to come off now. They need to make a change.
A fifth.
His head's gone, man.
Fifth
Coventry
corner, you know, you just set plays, man.
Matt Grimes jogs across to the right to take the corner. Everybody pushing up into the 6-yard box
Concentration,
again.
yeah.
A couple of players outside the D. Thomas is in there. It's played in low. It's headed out by Dan Neil. Sakamoto's running back to it. Chased by Lefay. It comes into the centre circle to Van Eyck. Pulls it, pushes it all the way back to
Well
Ben
done,
Wilson. Lefay's trying to put pressure on Ben
That's
Wilson,
offside, he's
who
offside.
kicks up towards Haji Wright, headed away by Dan Neil. They're appealing for a free kick, Sunderland, for a foul on Isidore. And Andy Madley has granted Sunderland that wish. Isidore lying on his side inside the Sunderland half.
David Knight says if you play like this in the Premiership, you're going to be hammered.
Rolls over onto his back.
Feels like the defenders have been told to play old school Route 1 football, but no one has told the forwards to stay up so it can be played.
Sirkin tying up his bootlace.
The referee's telling him to get up.
I think, they're just winding the clock down here, aren't they, Sunderland?
He's saying get up, he's saying come on.
But,
he brings on Chris Matthew
by Dennis
in the next 10 minutes
and
to
jogs
sit
back
back
up
the rest of
into
this game.
the Coventry City half. Luke O'Neill
He's going to turn the stadium, like, we're not going to be
kick.
happy with that. I won't be happy with that. Like,
Drives
we need
this
to do
down
them
the
changes
left
until the sort of like
and,
80
all the way
minutes.
through to Ben Wilson.
Tell you what.
I'm wondering if Regis de Vries is thinking about a change.
This is
there's
awful,
no
this,
sign,
like.
really.
Nick, we haven't played, have we?
It's not come alive in the second half. And Frank Lampard, of course,
Change your
is well
formation.
aware that
Here, Robert's
they have a
up
go,
this
if
way.
they have a real go and they pull a goal back.
It's like Regis
Oh,
Lebris
then.
is 100% content
Throw to
the way we're
Sunderland.
playing.
Dennis
It's like, yeah, this is
Sirkin,
great,
just
this is what we're
inside the
after.
Sunderland half on the left-hand side. Needs some help here. There's no movement. And finally down the line again, looking for Isidore, tries to flick it onto Mienda, who tries to get it into the path of Isidore again, who tried to flick it through for Mienda. Cheeky, audacious, but Coventry win it back. And Sheaf now trying to break on the right. Lefay in front of me, lays it off to Sakamoto.
They're just better, Coventry, all over the pitch, the way they're controlling the ball, the way they're fighting for the ball.
Out to the left to Kitching.
The way they're dispossessing Sunderland, the way they're keeping possession.
Roberts sliding in, throw to Coventry City on the halfway line on the left-hand side. Kitching to Sheaf. He plays it across now to Matt Grimes. Grimes bringing this down the right wing, out to Van Eyck. Well, he's made the overlap from Sakamoto. Van Eyck tackled by Sirkin. It's another corner to
another corner, Nick.
At the minute, Cabby, it's like a training drill. Attack versus defence. That's all it is, isn't it?
It's just not good enough.
0-0 still.
Concentration here.
63rd minute.
This is exactly a carbon copy
again, then, with a corner kick from the
when we played at Portsmouth and we got a 0-0 draw down Portsmouth and we went through the final against Charlton. It's exactly how we're playing.
Tried to get the ball out.
It's like we're going for the 0-0 draw. That's what they're going for. Clear what they're dealing with.
Right now to Grimes. Grimes looks up, puts it back in again. O'Neill heads it in the air, headed out by Job. Headed in the air again by Rudoni. Sakamoto heads it in. Thomas heads it down for Wright. Wright tackled, and the ball rolls away for a free kick to Sunderland.
John Neal says Coventry are all over us. Yep.
The Coventry players puzzled by the referee's
David
decision.
Knight says, do the players know
Right
what's at stake
questioning
here? Do they want Premiership
Andy
wages
Madley.
next season? Half these players won't be in the Premier League if we do make it.
Is that Ballard on the ground? Yes, it is. He got elbowed.
Ballard's down.
Ryan says, the way I'm shouting at the TV, both my Huskies have gone outside.
We're in the 64th
No pain, no
minute.
gain, Tish, if you know that. Coventry will have to up their game regardless, says poor man.
Stadium.
Says Paul Bowman. Yet so do we though,
Trying to
Paul.
rouse
We need to up our game. What's the matter with us? Come on.
Regis de Vries. I wonder if he's thinking about
Sunderland
trying to do
fans
something
trying
different.
to blow that ball in,
Alessandro
suck that ball
Bartolini
into the
just
net.
called Trey Hume across, had a word quickly with him. Patterson's going to take
Colin Glover says,
the free
because they're a
kick.
better side, cop
Regis
on,
de Vries,
stop
I'm
being so
assumed, is in the
negative,
dugout.
says Colin Glover.
He's just set,
Like I say, I'm just
walking
reporting
around
what
the
I'm seeing.
technical
I'm only reporting
area.
what I'm
I wonder
seeing.
if he's just had a word with someone.
Coventry are
The ball in the
definitely
air,
the
Joe
better
heads
team,
it
there's no
on.
question about
Van
that.
Eyck,
But it's just
by Sirkin
the
in the
manner
air.
of the way they're going about
Stabbed
it.
away on the shoulder of Haji Wright.
Playing with
Luke
fire,
O'Neill.
Cabby. Like you've
Now
said
free kick
many a
For
times,
a
we
foul
are.
on the Fay, on halfway, wide on the
We're
left
just sort of like playing them just enough, or we can just hold
Sunderland
on.
leading 2-1 still.
Another
on
close-up of the Sunderland
aggregate.
fans, and they're feeling exactly how we're all feeling.
It's going to be a
Not
nail-biting
comfortable.
final 25 minutes now.
I like that top
Ballard's
though,
up
Cabbie, the
and plays
purple
the ball
one.
out wide.
He's
white
canny,
and
On
innit?
the touchline, cuts back inside in the
Like
Coventry
90s style,
half-back
innit?
to Dan Neal, across to Luke O'Nien. Rudoni goes to close him down. He's played wide then to
Mickey
Lefay,
Graham says my
inside
missus
to
doing a bit for
Joe,
charity. I told her to
and
do a
back
90-minute
Luke
sponsored
O'Nien.
silence, starting at
And
8. She's
tap
doing well,
to
bless
Dan
her.
Neal, back to O'Nien, back
Oh,
to
there you
Neal. O'Nien behind him and across to Ballard here on the right-hand side. Ballard wide to Mienda, loses him, but Roberts finds him. Mienda runs on to this. Grimes coming back with him. Mienda into the penalty area on the right. Tried to cross it, wins a corner off Grimes. And Mienda whips up the fans behind the goal.
That's
And
better.
a corner here,
Come on.
only Sunderland's second corner. This on the right-hand side at the Roker end. Across comes Lefay, strolling down to take this. Into the 66th minute. Sunderland 0, Coventry 0. 2-1 they lead on aggregate. And Lefay...
Why can't they like carpet balls or something, Rich?
The quadrant, places it on the line. And Sunderland now. Is it going to be a short corner?
Here we are, he's another foul coming up.
Then jogs back again. Sakamoto goes with him. Roberts comes again. Roberts gets the ball. Roberts now to Lefay. Lefay back to O'Nien in midfield. O'Nien chips it into the penalty area. Oh, no,
What a
by
save.
Hume. Turned
What
round
a
the post
save.
by Ben Wilson. Great shot. Good save by Wilson.
That's Ray Hume.
Yeah.
Yep.
He volleyed it low. But Wilson turned it round the post.
Oh, full goal.
Still 0-0. And another corner to
A
Sunderland.
bit too near the keeper,
On
really.
the left this time.
Oh, good strike.
Lefay again with his right foot, swings it in, punched away, or someone got it clear. O'Nien puts it back in, Grimes puts it back out. Ben Wilson and Joe
going on,
fighting
isn't it?
on the goal line. Isidore has to come back and split
Walk
them up.
away, man, Job. That's what Coventry are wanting, man.
Tempers.
That's what Coventry are wanting.
Overflowing. Joe looks back at the referee. Ben Wilson
didn't
slaps
see
the
what
hands of
happened
Ben
there.
Sheaf and Jay De Silva. But
Seen them all run over.
the referee's going to call out Wilson and Job. Joe's being spoken to by Andy Madley at the moment.
What we need, man.
He's going to get a yellow card.
Castle like it.
So that's a yellow card.
For that way.
That's a yellow card because
Wilson's
Joe
gonna be
went that
booked
on the
as well.
keeper. And then their keeper goes
He's
and
not
throws
gonna get away
Joe
with
back
it.
on the ground.
A yellow card for Ben Wilson.
Aye, so you shouldn't
Oh,
have.
it's just a bit of handbags, man. It's just
Victor
oh,
says
lads.
this is terrible, Cabbies. Has to be changes.
Joe didn't do a lot wrong there, mind
Not
you.
sure what it was all
That
about.
kid doing more than what he was.
But tempers certainly frayed. Pressure, tension.
Got every right.
0-0 still. We're in the 69th minute.
He got booked as well.
Coventry need a goal. Sunderland need
Keeper
to keep
got
the
booked
clean
as well.
sheet or score themselves. The ball headed on. Ballard, oh, he's got caught in the face. It was accidental by Rudoni. It was accidental.
Yeah.
Ballard,
Oh,
I think Rudoni
man.
thought Ballard was going to turn away. In fact, he turned the other way and
It's time for some
ran
subs
in
now, I
really
think,
to
Regis.
Rudoni's arm.
Yeah,
It'd
definitely.
be, I think the referee's sensible enough to know that was an accident.
Brian Conlon says, you know, if we go out tonight, I'm still proud of the
So-
Sky Blues. They've done superb. They still
Ballard's
are
given
doing
a
well.
free
They're winning
kick.
this time.
It's just inside the Sunderland half on the
Back after
right-hand
November,
side.
SAFC would lose these tactics. The difference in today's
0-0
game is there
in
was
the
two forwards and
70th
the fee to
minute.
counter when Coventry
And,
began to really go for it.
Neither manager,
From a
head
neutral
coach,
point
has
of
made
view,
a change
this
yet.
is a
The ball
defensive
bounced away from
masterclass.
Hume. Time for a goal kick to Coventry City.
I have a feeling Clive Mendonca's in goal tonight.
I
for
just
him.
get the sense this game is not over yet. Well, I say that they're going to make a change, Coventry.
Yeah.
I think more drama. There's drama to come in this second leg as Ben Wilson drives it upfield. Headed by Hume, out on the shoulder of Mason
I
Clark.
hate the style of football, though, Cabbie.
Jamie Allen?
Defensive
No.
counter
Could be,
attack.
is it Bidwell? I'm not sure. Eccles. Could be Josh Eccles, actually. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Josh Eccles.
That's what they're wanting to do, though. But like I say,
Coventry-born
if
midfielder.
you're playing for a 0-0,
So he's got plenty
that's
in his
exactly
heart
what
to
they're
play
wanting
for.
to do.
De Silva slipping it to Mason Clark.
Let's look at it another way now.
outside the
1-0 up in
Sunderland
70
penalty
minutes,
area.
Cabby.
Back to
That's all
Grimes
they
into
need
the
to
middle
do
to
is hold
Sheep.
on.
And now
Not
to
pretty though, is
Van
it?
Eyck and down the right wing to Sakamoto.
It's not.
Come
And he's
inside.
trying to cut into the penalty area on that right hand side.
Bet you the
Sirkin
next
tries
two
to make a block.
subs we bring
Sakamoto
on,
back to
gonna be
Van
Chris
Eyck, who
Muffin,
crosses,
Chris
headed
Rigg,
out by Hume, drops to
and
Ben
we'll
Sheep.
take
Tried to lay it off, Lefay stabbed it away. And now with Van Eyck
We'll
again
take
on the right
Wilson
wing,
Easedorf,
looking to
and
lift
we'll
it into the
take,
penalty
Tommy
area
Ward.
down the right. Rudoni tried to cut across, Patterson came out and slides in and grabs the ball. Almost on the goal line.
Foley says not converted yet, just defo respect this team. Cheers, Foley.
Patterson
Don't get too
jogging back
converted,
Aye,
mate.
yeah,
You'll have no
well.
hair left like
the middle
us.
of the Sunderland
Aye.
penalty area.
That's what happens when you support
O'Neill pushes
Sunderland.
out, Ballard's onto the right of the penalty area. The ball pushed by Patterson to
We've been through it all,
O'Neill,
man. Cabby haven't we? Been
running
through the
up Mendes
highs, the
halfway,
lows, everything.
plays it off the ankles of
He
Sheep
needed to make a run.
to Sirkin, who's trying to get back on it, but Van Eyck has got the ball back and he finds Grimes to Kitching then to Thomas, and then to Grimes again in the middle up towards halfway, and now across to Kitching on this left hand side. Josh
19
Eccles still
minutes
waits
to
to
hold
come
on.
the Coventry. Mason Clark back to Kitching, who gives the ball away to Dan Neal into the
Roberts
Coventry
is on.
half. Neil still going, he plays it out to Roberts on this right hand side. Patrick Roberts towards the corner of the penalty area, now down the right of the
Bit of
box.
magic, bit of
He's got
magic.
two in front of him who block it, and De Silva turns the ball away out to Mason Clark, and then back out to De Silva, back inside again to Ben Sheaf, out to Mason Clark again, and Hume makes the block. And Mason Clark tried to go through Hume, but it's a throw to Sunderland on the right. The substitution will be made by Coventry now, and it's Sheaf who's coming off. The 73rd minute, the Coventry captain
And Cabby,
replaced
so far
by
who's been your,
Josh
no, it hasn't been
Eccles.
pretty, but who's been your player so far?
On comes Eccles, and it has
Chris
to.
Rigg's coming on.
Yeah, Riggs warming up, coming back down to take his red tracksuit top off. Hume drops the ball to Roberts. Roberts trying to turn through 2-3 players. Coventry win it back. Eccles
just
gets
shut
his
the curtain
first
because
touch,
he
looking
feels
for Hadji
watching the
Wright.
match and sitting
Hadji
there.
Wright into the penalty area on the left-hand side. Ballard's gone with him.
And the match is like,
Wright's holding Ballard off, and Ballard loses out
50
because the ball
seconds
played
ahead.
back to Eccles. His shot cleared by Luke O'Neill.
Oh, right.
Put back
Look at
down
the
the
foul.
right
God.
by
The foul post.
Thomas to Van Eyck, back to Grimes. Now Van Eyck again, and out wide on that right-hand side. Rudoni plays it back inside to Van Eyck. Grimes calling for it is Rudoni. Eccles is pushed forward. It's out wide on that right-hand side though again to Sakamoto. Plays it back to Van Eyck. Right side of central midfield into Grimes. Grimes, Mienda and Isidore in front of him. He digs it out onto the right to Sakamoto. Sakamoto comes back, lays it off to Van Eyck, who plays it back to Thomas. Thomas at the edge of the centre circle to Kitching, and back to Bobby Thomas. And Bobby Thomas, 74th minute now, to Van Eyck, back to Bobby Thomas. Thomas looks up, he's trying to find an opening, needs some movement, plays it inside to Grimes. Grimes to Kitching, closed down by Roberts, back to Matt Grimes from Kitching, then to Thomas. Thomas on the right, Isidore goes to close him down. Down the right wing again to Sakamoto. He's got inside of him Van Eyck, but he's been pushed out by Lefay. And now Sakamoto trying to come back in on his right, on his left, crosses, and it's headed out by O'Neill, only as far as Kitching.
Get out,
Kitching
Swin.
lays
Gotta
it
get
off
out.
to Thomas. Thomas down the right wing again to Sakamoto. Sakamoto slips it through to Van Eyck on the goal line, pulls it back in, and it's off O'Neill, and then cleared from the goal line by Joe for a throw on the far side.
We've got to do something different, Nick. Tell you.
Right.
Nearly played 75 minutes, 0-0, 2-1 on aggregate to Sunderland.
Make
In
some
the centre
changes,
circle
man,
with
for
Liam
God's
Kitching.
sake. What?
Now down the left to De Silva.
Coventry have scored.
Back to Liam Kitching into the middle.
Oh, no.
To Grimes up to the halfway line.
Oh, well, we've only got ourselves
to
to blame.
Sakamoto.
Oh, just
Sakamoto finds
I had to ban somebody from the
Rudoni.
chat because they spoilt it.
Rudoni slips it down the right for Van Eyck to run onto and cross.
Well,
Hadji Wright beaten to it and they scored! Mason Clark has
deserved it.
pushed it into the bottom right corner. Coventry have equalised on aggregate. They lead 1-0 on the night in the 76th minute.
Told ya.
It's Ephron Mason Clark who scored.
We have been shite
Set
the
up
whole
as
of this
always by
match
Jack
from start to
Rudoni.
finish.
Nick, you cannot continue defending the way we have been.
We're not winning this,
It's
Richie.
been on the cards.
We're not winning this at all.
You've got to change the way you're playing. We're so deep, it's unbelievable.
It's 1-0 to Coventry. It's 2-2 on.
We've had to wait
as the
70 odd
cross
minutes
swept
for the
in
inevitable,
from the
Richie.
right wing by Van Eyck, and 7 yards out. There's Mason Clark to sweep it home.
It's what they've deserved, Rich.
I did say
It's
was
what
gonna be
they've
drama in
deserved.
this final 15 minutes. We've got that drama now. It's all square.
When Sunderland play the way they do, then I'm not really disappointed, Rich, because we haven't deserved it.
What did we say? Don't wait for it to happen. Make
He's
some
got a plan
changes,
B,
do it before it happens.
Yeah, the change has not been made yet.
I don't think we have, Rich. Just the way we've played all this game, I just don't think we have.
Sunderland
It is an awful performance.
City
Shocking.
2. Coventry leading 1-0.
What I said on Total Sport last
in the
night, it's a
77th
bit of a difference,
minute.
but it's exactly
Free
what
kick
I
to
said.
Sunderland,
It's
wide on
going
the
to be
left,
all Coventry. They're
nearly
going to
halfway
silence the
inside
Sunderland Stadium.
the Coventry half.
I couldn't see
The ball
anything
played
else.
up to the edge of the area, headed down only as far as Sirkin, whose half volley sails away into the stand, the Roker end.
Are you confident now,
Goal
Rich?
kick to Coventry City.
You cannot afford to keep sitting back and allowing them to put balls
No,
into
not really.
set pieces.
Yeah, Coventry do deserve to
Sooner or
win this
later
game.
they'll
We have
get the
been
break,
awful.
and they've got the break.
It doesn't matter about your flares and banners and fancy walk to the ground and displays. It's on the pitch that matters. And so far, we've been absolutely shite.
And there's a lot of anxious faces now around the Stadium of Light. Frank Lampard, who took his Derby
Coventry's
County
going to
team
take over here now.
Leeds United,
The crowd's
1-0 down
going to get louder and louder, the Coventry fans.
Back to Ben Wilson to clear
And
here,
it's going to
which
be
he
all
does
Coventry.
at
And
Ellen
I can
Road.
only see them going and getting
they
the second goal, to be
2-0
honest with you.
down Derby to Leeds in that semi-final, and Leeds lost, Derby won.
Now we're starting to
Frank
play a little
Lampard
bit.
has history.
Oh no.
Yellow card for Lefay.
And this is why some fans are saying I don't want Regis Labrie here next season, because this is how he's got us to set up to play at home for a second leg of the playoff. It's not acceptable, man.
The free kick tapped to Thomas.
I thought it might
Thomas
have pulled
back
off,
out
like,
on the
but I
right
didn't
now
think we'd
to
play
Grimes.
this badly.
Grimes down the
Mick Cole says every
You know what I
time
mean?
we get a big
And
crowd
again,
in,
Van
full of
Eyck
optimism,
comes
driven by
in,
the club,
finds
we
Rudoni.
always fail to perform. I wouldn't even say
He's got Job
perform.
in front of him, it bounces off Isidore, it's loose in the penalty area, it's stabbed through here, Wright's trying to get to it, but it's rolled over the goal line.
He's got to do something, Nick. He's
Oh,
got to change
God.
something.
Well, there's
'Cause
still
it's
no
not
sign
happening.
of a change on the bench.
It's not happening.
You have no
At the
idea
moment,
about the words
heading
and
for
the
extra
amount
time.
of
1-0 to Coventry, 2-2
What are we
on
going to do
aggregate.
about it?
swearing I want to do right now.
Regis
Out
Labrie's got to
wide,
go,
Cirkin
says
on the left-hand
Trisha. If
side.
we carry on playing like
We've
this
got
the rest of this
nothing,
game, I do
nothing.
agree, because this isn't good
We're
enough.
struggling. We're struggling.
Sirkin trying to cut inside and come away
I'm not
with the
having
ball
any
here.
It's Regis
Sakamoto
Labrie's plan
sticking with
anymore.
him.
I'm not having
Dan
any of it.
Neil in the middle, and Neil bringing
We're
his
at home,
forwards
for
down,
God's
leaving
sake.
it
We're
for
the home
Ballard.
team.
Ballard, and out wide, Hume slips it down the line to Mienda and put out
Why is he
by
not
Kitchen.
winning, Mundo?
All of a sudden, you know, Frank Lampard, he's all over it, isn't he?
Mundo, Rig.
He can feel that he can go and win the game.
Of course he can. All the experience he's got in the game. He'll
But look where we are. You know what I mean? Regular Breeze.
This is
Everybody's out, not in the box.
Or in the dugout as Sirkin looking for Lefay. It's too hard, the pass. It'll roll behind for Coventry goal kick. Regis Lebris comes out to the edge of his technical area again. We're in the 80th minute.
Got a lot to answer to here, Regis, like, because this is
10 minutes of the
absolutely...
90 remaining.
This is
It's
awful.
all
Absolutely
square.
awful.
Ben Wilson puts the ball down left side of his 6-yard box.
The thing is, though, Richie, can you
Players
see where a
drift over
goal's
to
coming
this
from?
Near side, there's going to be a change. The fourth official, Tom Harrington's come out with the...
Chris Riggs been ready for the
Tony
last 10 minutes.
I kind of see
Definitely
where
not.
a goal's going to come from for us.
Tony Harrington's come out with the board. Kick
Usually
from
goals
It's almost you feel like saying
onto the
Coventry
head
get
of
a
Sirkin. Down
Coventry
to
get a second goal and put us out of our
who
misery,
managed
because
to
this is just
hook
awful
it
to
on,
watch.
but only to Thomas. Thomas back into the Sunderland half to Rudoni. Put in from Joe.
bringing Chris Ribb
Across
on.
to Mason Clark.
There's only
here, the
one
goal
team
scorer.
that wants this
And he's trying to
tonight,
come round Roberts,
and
which
that's
he's
Coventry.
done.
There's only
Slips
one
it
team that wants to win this
Rudoni,
game tonight,
to De
and it's not
Silva.
us.
De Silva wide on the left here with Rudoni on the touchline. And it's come back now.
Great
to
ball.
Grimes to cross. O'Nien heads it out. Hume heads it on. Grimes wins the header again. Drops back to Kitching, who nods it down to Thomas. Mayenda almost won it. Mayenda crashes into Thomas. Free kick to Coventry.
I don't know what's happening, Nick. I really don't. You know, you look at the subs bench, you've got to do something. You know, 81
I
minutes.
tell you
in,
what,
and it's the same
Sunderland
old-
playing at home's our downfall at the minute, like, Rich.
Here's Grimes.
Yeah,
You're going to wait till they get a second goal.
I'm
Too
one at the
late
stadium now for quite a while, have you?
Kitching, who's now taken over the captain's armband for Coventry.
I
finds
don't
Mason
understand
Clark,
it.
trying
I
to get
just-
away from Hume.
Why we've got
Crosses,
more
but straight
passion
to
and drive
Patterson.
when we're playing away from
We're in
home.
the
The
82nd
first leg
minute
was
now,
complete different performance.
and
It's similar
Rigg is
tactics, but
finally going to come on.
it was
Finally.
just a complete different performance. It's been sloppy, it's just
So
been awful
first-
tonight.
We need
Change
something.
being made by Sunderland. In the middle, Joe plays it out here on the right to Hume.
Barry Packer, lad.
Hume down the line to Roberts. Roberts back to Hume. Back again to Ballard.
Why is he not
Ballard
getting 81
crosses
minutes,
the far
man? We need a
side to
goal.
O'Nien.
Ah, you know that.
Bring Chris Ribb
O'Nien.
on. Where is
They've got a
Mundo?
spring in the step
Where
now.
is
Come
Mundo?
on, a little bit more
To the
energy.
fade,
out
Let's
there.
yeah.
go out for it. There's
And,
8 minutes to go.
It's given away.
Terrible.
Coventry
Downhill.
have kept this
Eccles
tempo
back
up
to
for 82
Van
minutes.
Eyck.
How disgusting is that?
Played back from the right
I
wing
didn't think we could.
into the middle. Matt Grimes for
top off.
Coventry City in
But
the middle of his
fair
own
play to
half.
them in the half.
Grimes then to Eccles, who's played a high ball down the right
Easy
of
door,
the
looks
Sunderland
not
penalty
like-
area, looking for right.
Well
but,
done,
a
Luke
foul
O'Nien.
on
But when
O'Nien.
Sunderland play like this, you
And a free
cannot be
kick
disappointed, Richie.
to
You
Sunderland.
cannot be, because they didn't deserve to go through like
So
this.
easy
man.
doors coming off.
Sorry, like, but what's Easy Door done? What has Easy Door done tonight?
Don't know.
And Rigg coming on.
Crap. Surprised at that change, though.
So is he going to play in a 10 role?
With Mayenda
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah. I just think we should have started with that shape, Nick.
Striker off, midfield on, as
I really
Regis
do.
Lebris saying. He'd be
Well,
going. He'd be
this
going
goes
for
to
penalties, man.
penalties.
Regis Lebris, he'd be playing for penalties.
Well, at
Easy
least
door
Wilson's
now.
not going to take one. No, that's for definite. I
Substituted. Mayenda up front. Rigg is a 10. Or is he
think it's going to go through to a 4-2-3-1.
waiting for the kick?
If
from
this is Regis
Anthony
Lebris' best
Patterson,
performance tonight,
looking
I
for
don't
his
want him
first
here
touch.
next season.
Grimes gets there first on halfway.
Mm.
Hooked on by
Because in a
Bay,
game this
headed away
calibre,
again by
we
Coventry.
shouldn't have been
Roberts
this bad.
Wins
I'm
the
sorry,
header, but
like.
it drops down to
That
De
is
Silva.
disappointing.
He loses it to Rigg, and Rigg now lays it off behind to Job in the centre circle. And behind him, Ballard.
It's
Ballard
almost like
plays it
them
to
matches before when we
O'Nien.
were in the playoffs.
O'Nien
We're
forwards
consolidated
to
in the
Dan
playoffs. It
Neal
was
on
almost
the
like that.
centre
You know, the
spot.
pre-season games.
And O'Nien across to Ballard here on
Yeah.
the right-hand side. Frank Lampard trying to G his players up. Not that they
I mean,
need
look at
much
that
now,
pass
having
going across the field there.
scored. The ball given away, the handball by
See his,
Sakamoto
Peter
after
Green.
Got away with
a
it.
poor pass by Dan Neal. Sirkin
Dan
on the
Neal,
left.
man.
Sirkin inside
Lucky is,
to
lucky
Joe.
there.
We're in the 85th minute. It's 2-all on aggregate.
You know what? Friggin'
1-0
extra
to
time.
Sunderland,
I think
to
I'll just end the
Coventry
stream and go to
on the
bed.
night as Joe finds Sirkin to cross.
Oh,
and
he
it
I'm
didn't
taking
fall
anymore.
in Riggs' feet. He tried to volley it and it's ended up as a throw on the far side.
Oh,
Mayenda was
no.
in there too. Hooked
He's
away
got
by
this.
Eccles
Some
up
cover.
to right.
John
on
says
the
pile of crap this
halfway
team.
line. Ballard Wins it.
Oh, what a
finds
chance
Hume.
it was as well.
Hume
Why did he bring it down?
to O'Neill on the left-hand side, just inside the Sunderland half.
Ryan Jones says, Cabby, I don't think 90% of the fans wanted him here in the first place, considering what he did in his last club.
Neil back to Ballard on this right-hand side. Now to Roberts. Roberts back on halfway. Hume swings it over on the left side, looking for Sirkin. Takes it on his chest and handballs it. Free kick to Coventry City. 86th minute. It's Sunderland 0, Coventry City 1, 2-2.
We're not going through tonight, Richie, I'm afraid, mate.
Creeping towards
we are not going through
time
tonight.
Here.
Hate to see it,
Wilson
but
puts the ball down.
can you see anything? Can you see anything what we're going to do? Because I can't. Can you? I've seen enough.
All the players slide back into the Sunderland half on the right-hand side. Wilson's kick over halfway, hangs in the air.
Is Mundell that unfit?
Headed
He
back
can't
on
even play
to
like
Rudoni. Wide then to Sakamoto.
End of the game, you know what I mean?
Sakamoto back behind him to De Silva. De Silva into the middle to Grimes. Grimes just at the front of the centre circle.
Loads of Sunderland fans in
wide
here,
again
Peregrine.
to Van Eyvijk. And then down the right line again, touch line to
Do you know, you almost
Sakamoto.
feel like saying, get a second
Sakamoto
goal,
back to the
Coventry put us out
Dutchman.
almost.
And the right back plays it back to Thomas, just in front of the centre circle. Squares it to Kitching. Kitching back to Thomas. Now to Grimes. Grimes wide again to Sakamoto. Sakamoto on the touchline, trying to take it on down that right-hand side.
Well, Mick Corley deserves it. If he does go through,
probably deserves trying to get the ball off it. Comes all the way back now to Thomas on the
very
halfway
well
line.
yeah.
To Kitching.
This performance
Kitching,
is
back to
absolutely disgraceful.
Thomas, forwards down the right to Matt Grimes. Grimes
every Sunderland fan I spoke to
looking for the run into
were
the
really, really
area
confident.
Right.
We're at home, we've got 2-1, we've got a full house. It means absolutely nothing to this team at the minute, does it?
I can't believe the way we've set up and played tonight. I really can't.
87th minute. 1-0 to
I don't think
Coventry,
we've
2-2
strung any more passes than 4.
Ballard out to Hume. Hume down the right now.
Sunderland fans just look so dejected then, Richard.
Into touch by
It's showing you
Grimes.
close-ups of the Sunderland fans. They've had enough.
Yeah.
Throw. Eventually to Neil. Lays it off to O'Neill.
This performance is also like
a
dog on its last legs.
Closed down by Eccles.
The vet, if it was going by performances, the vet would put us down by now.
88th minute. Here's Patterson. Patterson passing it out to Luke O'Neill again. 2-2 on aggregate. We're edging closer and closer to extra time. Joe out wide again to Sirkin. Sirkin back inside to Jobe, onto Lefay. Lets a lovely ball run here now for Sirkin. Sirkin being chased back into the penalty area by Sakamoto, loses it. And Van Eyvijk finds Eccles.
Doug B says no matter what happens, don't deserve
Rudoni. Rudoni's getting away down his right-hand side.
Every time we get up their box or near their box, it's losing
and
possession.
Rudoni holds off Lefay, slips it inside.
Is it straight to Pens or is it extra? Is it straight to Pens, Rich, or is it extra time?
Plays it back to Kitching. Nearly gave it to Meyenda. Kitching gives it to Thomas. Thomas.
Do you really want to watch extra time? Is it just not going to pile on more misery?
Back to Eccles.
I do, just in case we win.
And Rudoni wide then to Sakamoto, back to Eccles.
Don't let him
back again
Against
to
Floss
Thomas.
is anything now,
Wide
isn't it?
again.
Got to stop the cross.
As Rudoni brings us forwards on the right, crosses in the air. O'Neill heads it up. It comes down for Jobe to head down and Rigg to lash clear. Thomas puts it back again to Grimes. Grimes on the right, wide on the right to Sakamoto. They've got players in the penalty area, Coventry. And now Sakamoto's coming down the right of the penalty area. Pulls the ball back to De Silva on his chest. Brings it down now for Kitching. And it's cleared by Sirkin down to the left of the penalty area. But Lefay nearly made a mess of his clearance.
If anything, Rich, this has been worse than the first half.
Sakamoto. We're in the last minute of the 90th.
Yeah.
How much time will get added on? How much will they have to play? Will there be enough time for Sunderland to try and win this before it goes to extra time? The throw back to O'Neill. A look of anguish on
She
Peter
was
Reed's
my manager.
face sitting in the director's box. Ballard.
You know.
Just outside the penalty area, plays it back to Patterson.
Oh, give our ref.
Passing it out again to Luke O'Nien. Regis Lebris told by the fourth.
Do you know, I'm not frustrated, Rich. I feel like just turning it off and going to bed and playing a computer game or something. I'm really, really at me end of my tether with this at the minute.
Got to wake up.
3 minutes. 3 minutes added time. Then it's extra
I've had enough.
I didn't blame you, mate. I didn't blame you, mate. It's just nothing, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like these last few games before we've played it in the playoffs.
Eccles gets himself to his feet.
Terrible.
Got to concentrate here.
There's lots of words I would like to say about it.
We're in added time. We're in the first minute.
That's the trouble, Jonathan Mark. I never look forward to these games because I'm not never comfortable with us.
Before the free kick can be taken. 2-2 on aggregate, 1-0 to Coventry on the night. Short
Get
free
out
kick,
to him.
tap to Grimes. Grimes running down to Sakamoto on the right side of the penalty area. Sakamoto finds Grimes again. Grimes slipping it into the penalty area. Rudoni stretches, Grimes shoots, and the ball breaks for Lefay to take out.
What's gone wrong, Rich? What's gone wrong?
And try and drive up to Mienda, but Van Eyck puts it back down that right-hand side. Sakamoto back to the Dutchman, inside to Grimes. We're into the second minute of the minimum 3. Grimes in the middle of the Sunderland half. Plays it to the right to Van Eyck. Rudoni now bringing this on. Rudoni to Haji Wright. Wide again to Sakamoto, who crosses, looking for De Silva at the far post, and it drops behind for a corner.
Not a single ounce of pressure.
A 7th.
We haven't had any composure.
Corner. In the
every
second
time they
minute
get in the 18-yard box or near the 18-yard box, lose the ball, gets overturned.
CS2 says, Cabby can't help but blame Regis Lebris for this. No adjustments, no subs, no attempt to change the flow of play. Everybody could see that goal was coming. Oh yeah, of course
with the corner kick.
Make sure you know where
he's got it wrong tonight.
Players on the 18-yard line. Grimes then with his left foot in towards the back of the 6-yard box, and it's Ballard who heads it clear.
We can't even get out of our half. We get the ball, we try to come out, and we just can't. We can't get past the 30-yard mark.
To Mienda's tackled. De Silva has the ball.
We seriously just cannot get out of our half.
Still going. Is tackled though by Trey Hume.
I have got every single player in our half.
And it's won by Roberts here. The Sunderland on the right as away goes. Lefay chasing a ball down the touchline, which rolls out in front of Frank Lampard for a throw to Coventry. Grimes takes quickly. We're in the 3rd minute, the final minute of the 3 being added on, but it might creep further on. Van Eyck brings it down the right, out to Sakamoto. Sakamoto running at Sirkin. Sakamoto crosses up onto the head of Haji Wright. He heads wide. It's a goal kick. The header from 6 yards. Haji Wright flat out on his back, and this is looking ominously now like extra time.
Good lucky there, like.
Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2 on aggregate.
That's it.
And indeed, it will be extra time.
What we're going to do? 30 minutes of just more of this. Is that what we've got to sit through and watch?
From Mason Clark's
Seriously.
goal in the 76th minute. Gives Coventry victory over 90 minutes.
He's got it wrong.
We now have 30 minutes of extra time, because on aggregate the tie
no
has
changes.
ended Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2, as the players come across here for a break.
He hasn't made any
the second period of extra time, and it's going to be a sapping, tiring 30 minutes.
All ounce of hope and optimism, because honestly it just feels like it's just sapped out of us now.
The wind behind them in one
completely
sense,
sapped out of us. It's not over, I know it's not over yet. You know what I mean? But just everything that I had going into this
90
game
minutes,
is gone.
but 2-2, all square. It's back to square one. Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2.
Anna Foster, weekday mornings from 10.
So I found a new thing that I like to do. So you know how I love
This is worse than freaking getting 10 teeth pulled out.
even better. Friday night I took it up a notch. I got by necklace and I stood in sheep poo, but it didn't really matter.
We don't deserve it, Cabby. Bloody disgrace. Like I say, if Coventry went and scored another 2 or 3 in extra time, you got to say, well done, Coventry. You can't be. I will not be going to work disappointed tomorrow, just because of the fact we just didn't deserve anything tonight. We didn't deserve a thing tonight. The way we have played, I mean, I'll be really annoyed and angry and upset if we played absolutely amazing football and we're lost. But to play the way we've played, you can't complain, Richie, can you?
No. No, he's got it wrong. Sitting that deep is
do something different. They've got to do something
ridiculous.
different. He said that just before Coventry
sitting
scored.
in the mid blocks already,
as well.
Yeah, not
look, they've
controlled
possession and they've put a lot of balls in the box. So
why we're not trying to catch them offside? Why we're not? You know what I mean?
Because you just cannot.
We're never going to break from a low block against these.
You know, we've struggled with an out ball. We've struggled to get numbers forward. We've struggled.
Are you watching this
even
extra
to
time?
Keep possession at times, and when we have tried to play it, we haven't really had enough decisiveness. And
I'll be 2 minutes, mate.
Key moments, you know, when you get into the final third, we've tried to flick and nutmeg, and you know, Roberts was being guilty 3 or 4 times, and I've just, you know, just instead of just keeping the ball, keeping it in motion and moving it, you know, to the next man, trying to do something a bit too clever. But
how could they change the dynamic a little bit and shift the emphasis, the balance of play again? Will it involve more substitutions? Chris Rigg has already come on.
I mean, look, it's an issue. It's been an issue for us all season. There isn't a bench full of options there. You know, you look at there isn't a big striker to stick on. There isn't a rapid winger who, you know, might.
You've got Mundle.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's unproven at at the moment, but you know, I think
home, I know.
I think we need a bit of pace in the team. I mean, you know, for me, Roberts he's not really going past his man. Mundle's coming on from the look of it here, yeah. So I mean,
okay. I mean, well, yeah, the players are heading back on to the pitch. Mundle is going to come on. The Coventry players have just been in their huddle. They've broken from that. They're going back onto the pitch as well. So extra time looms. What will happen? We'll bring it all to you here on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Total Sport North East.
Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett, MBE.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
So, 30 minutes, waiting to see who Mundle will replace.
Regis agrees totally knackered.
The referee in the centre with the 2 captains. Conversation about ends and 30 minutes of jeopardy. Remain Mundle getting instructions. Liam Kitchen and Dan Neal in the centre circle on the centre spot. At the moment, Sunderland defending the Roker end. They will be playing from right to left as we look down from the back of the Jimmy Montgomery stand. And it'll be Coventry to kick off the first period of extra time. Mundle is still waiting down below us. He's placing a bib back on. He's not coming
comments from social media.
Coventry.
Sunderland completely and utterly outplayed throughout that second half. Dan Neal needs to come off. I don't think he's completed a pass in the last half hour. Sunderland look knackered, Coventry look fresh. Ian says, what are we doing? Neil off for Brown, yes, Watson on for Roberts.
Sunderland penalty area.
What are these tactics, says Dylan? How can you play like this on your own home? If you play like this in the next 30 minutes of extra time, you can only wait for Coventry to score a second.
Personally, I've been disappointed with Sunderland's display.
With this performance, the team don't even deserve to play in the Championship.
I thought they were excellent on Friday.
Coventry really deserve it. We've been shocking.
I just think it's so negative. I don't know if it's nerves, but we haven't performed.
Grimes with the corner on the left, swings this in, headed down, foot out from Thomas. It's run to De Silva at the corner of the penalty area to Grimes again. Grimes, Roberts in front of him. Grimes trying to find a way.
The only positive thing is if we do go out, Rich, you wouldn't have to don't have to suffer from this anymore.
Being forced out by Rigg. Now to
only hopes penalties now. Yeah, we've missed the last 5.
We've got to move
Grimes
up.
again.
Got to get up.
With De Silva finds Sakamoto in space down the left-hand side here, with Coventry pushing it in to Sakamoto, left side of the penalty area. It's played back then to De Silva on the left, and he swings in the cross, and it's come down off Ballard, I think, out to Van Eyck, who swings the ball back in again. Sakamoto's
Coventry full of energy, says Jonathan. Sunderland like post office pension crew.
This is not good enough.
Well, they're calling Mundle back now. Mundle is going to come on.
Can you be disappointed if we're losing and going out tonight, Richie, with this performance? Be honest.
A long time round the stadium.
I'll be peed right off me.
Come on.
Big
You'd
time.
be peed off with the performance, but you wouldn't be gutted that you're not being promoted and you're out of the playoffs. You're not going to be gutted with that, are you? Because of the way we've been playing. But you'd be pissed off with how we've played. That's what I mean.
On this left-hand side, but Mundle surely will. Oh, interesting. I want to wait and see. As the ball headed away by Kitching, up on the halfway line. Neil loses it. Eccles picks it up for Coventry City.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It was the same at Coventry.
2-2 on aggregate.
They had all the possession.
Tape round his socks. Eccles inside to Grimes.
Wasn't it,
on the
Rich?
halfway line. Then to Kitching
It was made,
to
but
Silver. Down
at least in the first leg when we counter-attacked,
Mason Clark.
We did it well. We
Back
did it
again
properly, you know what I mean?
to
There was
Silver.
no misplaced passes. It
Back
was
to
absolutely
Grimes.
world-class
Grimes in the
passes
middle
that
of
we
the
were playing in the
Sunderland
first
half.
leg.
Durham Davis
Just
says
not
keep.
being able to
dominate the
connect,
game.
We haven't.
Sakamoto down the right again.
Durham Davis says
Absolutely no.
keep the faith. Labrie has a plan. I
Sirkin
said penalties
and
last
Lefay.
week. They've been practicing
Sakamoto
pens.
out to Van Eyck on the right-hand side. Sirkin closes him down. The cross played in, headed out by O'Nien.
I cannot wait to see the other YouTubers' response after this. Like, it's quite entertaining watching.
We've got no outlet.
Because listening to other YouTubers and Sunderland fans
The halfway line.
give their frustration makes you
Now
feel better
Thomas
because
again.
it makes you feel like you're not the
Thomas
only
with
one
his
that
foot
feels
on the
like this.
ball. Back
exactly.
to Kitching to Grimes.
No, I'm with you, mate.
Back
I'm
to
with you.
Kitching on the halfway
Like,
line.
it is really
Thomas again on this
crap
right side out
tonight.
Might as well get
Van
new jobs
Eyck.
as bin man. One of the biggest
Inside
waste
to
opportunities.
Eccles.
This,
Too
yeah.
easy.
to Grimes.
Look where we defended
Grimes
that.
I'm not going to give in,
to
CABBIE, just
Mason
yet.
Clark.
I'm
Mason
not
Clark
doing it until it's
comes
over.
round one.
No, I am.
If they
mate.
score then
Really
that's
from
it in my head.
Slips
That's it, I'm
to
done.
Eccles. Eccles back
Oh.
to Grimes. And
Just
Grimes
trying
now
to cling
Eccles
on to
again in
that
the middle
little
of
bit
the
that we've
Sunderland
still
half.
got a
Behind him
chance.
is
We're
Kitching.
still in the game.
Rolled out to De Silva on the left-hand
it's-
side. And you can sense
Desperation,
the
let's just
nervousness
say
of the
that in a
Sunderland
minute from me.
fans.
Like,
As the ball played
Carl
up again
Carl
towards
Wingfield member
Mason
says maybe
Clark,
if
and,
we
he's penalised.
play really hard, the power will shut
Foul on
off.
Ballard. It's a free kick to Sunderland.
Roberts.
And Roberts is coming on.
there's no Sunderland fans who will be happy with this. Not a chance.
CABBIE,
There
after
we
this
go,
performance,
finally.
they should pay the fans back the ticket prices of travelling along with 2-month wage donation. I know.
Well, Mundle's out here on the
I
left-hand
under to
side.
break.
He's gone the other
Cool,
side. hasn't he?
mate.
Oh,
Lefay has gone
no. Chris
into
Rigg.
the centre. Rigg's
Chris
gone
Rigg.
right.
Sorry, like me, what's Mundle and Isidore done this game? I know Isidore's off now, but
5th minute of
they've done now,
the
haven't they?
first period of extra time. Anthony Patterson
Isidore's
with the
been
ball,
terrible.
plays it to Ballard.
I mean, he's diving as well at the
aggregate.
start of the game. I mean,
There's the
no need for
ball
it.
played down by Hume, looking for Mienda, but it's run back to Bobby Thomas.
I was going to go for it.
Drives it back up
I
into
I
the
don't think we can,
Sunderland
Richie. I don't
half.
think we've
Headed
got
down
it
by
enough.
Ballard
I don't
to
think we've
Joe,
got the
back
energy
to
mentally and
O'Nien.
physically.
Haji Wright puts pressure on him, gets it back to Patterson. Patterson kicks up to the halfway line, bounces into the Coventry half. Grimes goes across to the left to push it on to Mason Clark, who slips it inside to Eccles. And Eccles now
Was that on the
across on
right
his
wing?
right-hand side to Sakamoto.
So,
Sakamoto,
thought the
Mundle
fear in
and
the middle then.
Sirkin. Sakamoto trying to get past Mundle, who's won the ball. And Mundle pushes it on now
It just
to
looks-
Lefay. Lefay back to Joe.
We just
Joe
kind of
to
get out our
Sirkin.
half and we're digging it.
Sirkin to Lefay. Lefay, he looks up, plays it in the middle
Absolutely
to Dan Neil.
pathetic.
Neil
Pathetic.
rolling it to Hume. Hume now taking this on down the right of central midfield, plays it into the penalty area, but straight into the arms of Ben Wilson. Rolls it out now to Grimes.
little bit,
Grimes pushes
You what,
it on
mate?
to Rudoni on the halfway line.
little bit
And has
better
played
there.
it too hard forwards, all the way back up to Patterson. at
If
the
Sunderland
edge of
did get a
Sunderland
goal, I
penalty
still
area.
wouldn't be confident the way we
Nearly
played.
6 minutes played now of the first period of extra time, and it's still 2-2 on aggregate. 1-0 to Coventry City on the night. Job on the halfway line almost, turns away from Haji Wright, plays it inside to Dan Neil. Neil now looking for Hume on the right wing, halfway inside the Coventry half. He's played it into the penalty area, down it comes to Rigg, his shot is blocked and it's cleared by
VFL
Eccles.
says, I
And
want
Haji Wright
Derby
is trying
days
to
back
break, but
next
Patterson's
season.
come out. Plays it back into the Coventry half,
Nice.
onto the head of Sakamoto, and then onto the head of
I think we've got a
Mundle.
more chance sleeping with Mother Teresa than an happening, to be honest with you.
Tried to roll it through, comes back to him, rolls it to Mienda, but beaten to it and stabbed away. And Thomas clears.
Great defending.
Oh,
Back over the
man.
halfway line for O'Nien now on this left-hand side.
Wasn't he taking that on himself?
O'Nien rolling it to Patterson in the middle of the Sunderland half. 7 minutes pretty much played for the first period of half-time, of extra time. Now with O'Nien up to the halfway line.
We've troubled the keeper once, so I'll do this game.
Lefay gets in a bit of a tangle, loses it, it comes back to Ben Wilson.
Aye, yeah, one shot on target, that's all we've had.
And now
I need literally Lefay to put that on there now, can't we?
Ryan Jones, I've seen a better
Eccles
performances
to
during a
Grimes.
Sunday League game.
across to
Yeah,
Kitching,
playing like a Sunday League team.
who brings this forwards. Back into Grimes in the centre circle. Here's Van Eyck at the other end, but Mundle's there to clear. To Grimes. Grimes in the middle.
You wouldn't
Sitting
be
in the
just to
centre
bring
of the
you next season after
Sunderland
watching this
half. Out to
performance,
Sakamoto
Richie.
again on this right-hand side. The Japanese
If we win, yes.
international
If we
rolls
lose,
it
then
back
I'm
to
not sure.
Grimes.
Thanks for the 3
Grimes
subscribers.
back
Cheers.
to Bobby Thomas, just
He's got
inside
it
the
wrong
Sunderland
tonight,
half.
like
Into
he's
the
changed it
ninth
next time.
minute
It's
now
looking a
of the
little bit
first
more positive.
period of extra time.
Oh, God, that's just, it's
2-2 on
just
aggregate.
awful to slip
1-0 to
through, isn't
Coventry on the
it?
night. Eccles in the middle again for Coventry, and they're sky blue. Grimes on the right hand side again here. He's got Lefay in front of him. Goes back to Thomas in the centre circle. Then to Liam Kitching. Kitching strolling forwards down the left side of central midfield. Plays it out to Mason Clark. Back inside to Kitching. Kitching down the left again to De Silva. He cuts inside.
Are you
now,
confident if
trying
it's
to dribble
penalties, Rich?
through. Finds Eccles in the middle, who'll shoot.
Nope.
Well wide.
I think Coventry,
And it came off, I think, the toe of Luke O'Nien.
I think
A ninth
Coventry will pick one
Coventry
penalties, we're
corner.
awful, man, aren't we?
2-2 on aggregate. We played nearly 9 minutes of the first period of extra time.
I hate penalties like that.
Dare
It's
we
the
even
worst
think
thing
about
ever. Like,
penalties?
Concentration. Just need to get hold of the game, Nick. That's what we need to do.
9 minutes played.
I don't think
Grimes on
Sunderland
his
would
right-hand
score
side
one
with the
penalty. Do you know
corner
that? Went to penalty
No
shootout.
free headers. Command your box, Patterson.
My mate Scraggins
Van
just
Eyck stays
messaged,
back in
just
the
says he's
centre
never
of the
seen
Sunderland
such a
half.
one-sided
Grimes
game.
curls this in. It's headed away by
What,
Jobe. Comes out to Sakamoto. Blocked his shot
Being
by
attack
Rick.
versus defence,
De Silva
man,
puts it back in
you know,
again.
game.
Patterson comes for it, loses it. Thomas will throw himself at it.
Yeah,
Mienda
Tish is doing a fine
is
job,
chasing the ball,
absolutely.
played out, defence by
Oh,
Mundle.
Steve.
He's putting pressure on Van Eyck, and it comes off Mundle for a throw to Coventry inside the Coventry half.
Good work.
Come on, lads, man, come on.
Throw taken
He's still in the game,
by
man.
Van
Come on.
Eyck. Through Kitching to Thomas, and Thomas now back to Kitching,
Still a 4-4-2, CABBIE.
and out wide on the left to Mason Clark. They switch Van Eyck to the left wing in this extra time, and then a big shove in the back of Mason Clark by Hume, and it's a free kick on the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side to Coventry City.
And that's what a goal does for you, and you know, all of a sudden he's come to life, and Mason Clark.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst
We're in the
performances
11th
all
minute
season,
of the
this
first
Rich.
period of extra time.
And poor fans, they've had no to
Oh,
shout
that's a
about.
blatant foul.
They've had no to
That's
shout
not
about.
just-
And you got to again.
Nah.
You know, I keep talking about concentration. No
I'll
free
be cutting the
headers.
fouls there now.
Not a set piece.
I know.
Flat as anything.
Van Eyck stays
Sean
back in the middle of the
Russell says one bit of genius, that's all it
Sunderland
takes.
half.
It does,
De
mate,
Silva
I'm with you on
and
that one, like,
Sakamoto,
but
both sides
That's what
of the
Sean
D.
says, but
Liam
can't see
Kitchen's
it
had
at
a
the minute, like,
word
but-
with Grimes, who's taking the free kick and jogs
Yeah.
back into the
Just beware of the
6-yard
edge of the
box,
box.
6-yard line.
stupid
Sakamoto
mistake.
on the
Why are
edge
you
of the
doing
box.
that
White's
for,
in
man?
there. Mason Clark's in there. Grimes poised then on the left edge of the penalty area. He comes left-footed, swings it in, is headed out by Trey Hume, comes as far
Coventry are
as
just
Van
getting
Eyck,
free
who
kick after free
smashed
kick
it back
after
into the
free kick.
penalty area,
Oh.
out to Hume, and then one free kick for Coventry as Sunderland look to try and break.
wasn't a
Dan
free
Neal is
kick there,
furious
like, you
with
got
Andy
the ball
Madley, the
there.
referee. It's Sakamoto, I think, he was fouled. And a free kick in the centre of the Sunderland half. It was Dan Neal who took the ball. He won the ball. That was why he was pleading
That
with the
was a
referee.
clean tackle, that was a clean tackle.
Yeah, it was. He got the ball.
And the referee's seen it as a foul. Dan Neal's still protesting. With a free kick, it's going to stand. He's not going to change his mind, the referee.
Might just be the follow through they didn't like.
Dan Neal
got the ball up.
Back into the penalty area. Andy Madley marching back the 10 yards.
I just want us to put it over misery. I'm just sick of this.
Grimes
now,
again then with a free kick.
Thanks for the subscribe.
Getting hard, like, isn't it?
I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. I tell you, I've had
You
enough.
blame me after being a graft all day.
Clark on his own at the
I've
corner
been
of
at
the
graft all
penalty
day and I'm
area.
having to sit and go and put through this.
Thomas is there.
Grimes chips it into the penalty area, looking for Thomas. It's headed out, comes down for Kitching, who swings his left foot wildly at it, and it goes well wide and behind for a goal kick in the 13th minute of the first period of extra time. Still 2-2 on aggregate. O'Nien to Sirkin. Sirkin back to
Jack says
Luke
it's the subs
O'Nien.
that's done us overnight.
O'Nien
Tricia says,
across
please
now
like and
to
subscribe.
Ballard.
Thanks, Tricia.
Ballard, Humes wide, Hume out on the right wing, back to Dan Ballard.
On me, just
back
for me,
to
how we're
Patterson.
still not over, says Jack.
We played 13 minutes. 2 minutes plus whatever time's added on at the end of this first period of extra time. Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2 on aggregate. As O'Nien plays the ball again to Ballard, right on his shoulder, out to Hume on the right-hand side. Job's making a run. He gets the ball, he leaves it for Mienda. Mienda now is side down. No, says the referee, says the ball was played.
This referee
No free
is
kick.
really turning into
And
a
it comes all the way
bellend.
back to Ballard. And now
It's
O'Nien bringing it back up to the halfway line, laying it off on the left-hand side to Sirkin. Sirkin looks for Lefay. Lefay back to Dan Neal. Neal to Lefay, but it's just past him. And it runs back to Thomas in the penalty area. He brings it out on the right-hand side. Neal pushes him over, wins, well, a throw in the end. Now to Mundle. Mundle on the left-hand side, crosses. Oh, he's headed over by Kitching for a corner.
Great ball.
Liam Kitchen, the Coventry captain,
Give the
heading the ball
fans
over
some
from
man.
close range. Lefay coming down, trying to whip the fans up in the north stand for this fourth
Sneaky whipping the
Sunderland
fans
corner.
up, man. What whipped the fans up
2-2
was getting the goal.
aggregate in the last minute of the 15 of the first period of extra time. Lefay waits a moment. Now taps it short to Mundle. Mundle back to Lefay on the corner of the penalty area. Crosses towards the far post. It's headed down in the air from Van Eyck, who's trying to chase it across to the touchline. Job trying to win it from him. Job stumbles over the Dutchman. The ball goes out for a Sunderland throw. And we've got seconds left of the minimum of the up to 15 minutes before we see what minimum time's added on at the end of this first period. Comes back to Dan Neal in the centre circle. Neal to Lefay. Lefay down the left side of central midfield. He chips the ball into the penalty area again. Lovely ball to Hume. Down for Job. Job's
We
got his
could
back
play
to
another
goal.
freaking 3 hours,
He's got
which we're not
De
going to
Silva on his
score,
shoulder
are we?
as well. Tried to slip it through.
Yeah.
Now trying to win it back again, but it's stabbed away by Grimes. We've got
Yeah,
1 minute of
been a little
time at
bit
the end of this
better,
first
like.
period. We're into that now. The ball is back with De Silva. Inside to Grimes.
Cheers, Derek.
Grimes
Thanks a lot, mate.
back out to De Silva on the left-hand side. And De Silva back again to Grimes inside the Coventry half. 2-2 on aggregate as we approach the end of the first period of extra time. Grimes again now for Coventry, looking for Sakamoto on this right-hand side. Sirkin heads the ball away. It finds Lefay.
You what, mate?
Mundle, trying to head it on down the left-hand side.
You let him see me,
But
then
it'll be
bouncing.
high
I
in the
haven't
air
been
by
able to
Thomas.
stop the leg from bouncing for
Onto the
ages.
head of
You
O'Nien.
get
Now
anxious.
to Joe. Joe turns, rolls it in the middle to Dan Neal. Dan Neal through to Mienda. Mienda, one man in front of him, trying to hold him off. Mienda now slips it to Lefay. Lefay loses his man,
Absolutely
places it out to
shite.
Mundle on
Sorry,
the left
man.
wing. Mundle down his left-hand side, Sirkin on the overlap. Mundle still going inside. Mundle trying to find Hume. It's headed in the air by De Silva, and there's the end of the first period of
There's difference
extra
from Mundle
time.
and touchdown.
And we've got
Regis
another
Lebrie's just standing there with his
15
hands in his
minutes
pockets. He's not even
Oh,
arsed,
is
like.
this Gabby?
Eh?
of extra time
This is got the penalties, I reckon,
before
like.
it goes to penalties.
Yeah, and you just feel as we've changed the shape of the team.
Baz Mundy says if it goes to penalties, how do you think it'll go? There's only one team going to go through in penalties, and that's Coventry. You can put your mortgage on it.
Half time in the first period of extra time. Coventry City lead 1-0 on the night. It's Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2 on.
You what, mate?
Let's go.
On BBC
loss on there. Come on,
highest highs.
This is the most extraordinary experience.
They should be given a local anaesthetic to watch this. The pain.
I don't have a clue where we are. Race Across the World is back.
Do you know where we're going?
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Everyone's face in that stadium is just glum.
Marco Gabbiadini, former
Absolutely
Sunderland
glum.
striker.
Every single one of them.
What's going to happen? Who's going to win it?
Some of the Coventry fans mind are looking a little bit unsure as well. Some of them are singing still, but
our way there. I mean, we've started at least to string a few passes together and get it to our key players. I think Coventry, sometimes they expended a lot of energy in this game. Whether they think, okay, we've done our job.
Brian McCarthy, 105 minutes and still can't score, and we won't.
Jack penalties
has gifted them a goal, but we should be making subs just after the hour mark.
Okay, the players heading back onto the pitch, short and sweet at half-time. Into the will it go to penalties? Will somebody win it? You'll find out in just a moment.
Total Sport North East.
Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett MBE.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Dan Neil, ball at his feet. Sunderland will kick off the last 15 minutes of the tie. As the players stroll back out onto the pitch, Sunderland defending the north end of the stadium for this final 15 minutes. As we look down from the Jimmy Montgomery stand, they're playing from left to right. Sunderland.
Jeff says, changing to another feed. I can't listen into you twisting anymore. Well, sorry, Jeff, but I'm a Sunderland fan.
Can anyone
report what I'm seeing, mate?
Now 2-2 on aggregate. Dan Neil trying to G up his players, his team, and Andy Madley.
If you find any other Sunderland channel, it'll be twisted just the same, mate. Any genuine
15 minutes. The ball played back to Anthony Patterson, and then to O'Nien, and O'Nien to Ballard. Ballard back to Anthony Patterson. Ballard again on the right. Ballard.
Every fan has the right to feel how they
closed down by Mason Clark. Hume gets the ball up to Meander on this right side, and Grimes stabs it out on the touchline. Throw then to Sunderland, and it's going to be left for Trey Hume to take it. Rigg just throws in the ball just in front of Frank Lampard.
I don't know why people have to announce it and all, like CABBIE, it's like one a little bit attention.
Haji Wright goes to close him down. Bear in mind,
girl,
he was talking about Haji Wright having had an injury. He's been kept on by Frank Lampard as the ball played up to outside the penalty area, slips it back inside to Lefay. Lefay in the middle now to Dan Neil. Neil out to Mundle in the left corner of the penalty area. Sakamoto in front of him. Mundle pulls it back to Lefay, who tried to play it on for Mundle to run onto, but it's run behind for a goal kick. The thinking was there.
Thinking he's going to play it once
in the end, but he didn't read it.
And I think Mundle thought he's played the Lefay ball, think he was going to have a touch and maybe get his strike away.
Still 2-2 then on aggregate, 1-0 on the night to Coventry.
You are?
17th.
I'll sorry put in the chat, won't let the ball hit you on the way out, Jeff.
As we watch Ben Wilson just place the ball on the left edge of his 6-yard line for the goal kick.
What do you expect a passionate Sunderland fan to do?
All the players have drifted across to this near side. The kick
Rich.
follows suit. Up goes Haji Wright with Job. Haji Wright, I think, got the touch. It's dropped for Dennis Sirkin, who's trying to get away from Sakamoto.
Am I supposed to be happy and full of the joys of spring at the minute, like?
No.
Advertising
not at all,
mate.
Till the end.
With you
on it.
Very much
terrible.
Till the end tonight.
Megan says, do you want penalties since it's 15 minutes away, or would you want it to end? I'd rather Coventry put us out of our misery, because we're not going to do anything in the penalties. Sorry, like.
Sirkin on halfway back to
I've seen too much.
And now Ballard bringing this up towards the
I like what the score in this extra time, and then it'll end that way. But
on the right
not confident
halfway side, the Coventry half into Rigg in the penalty area. He's pulled it onto his right foot, squares it, nobody there. Goal! And it's kicked away in front of Ben Wilson by Josh Eccles. It's certainly looked brighter since Mundle came on and the formation changed.
Where's this been, man?
That was Eccles who cleared in front of Ben Wilson. It's come out to Job. Job now rolling it out to Mundle on the left-hand side, and Mundle back to Job. Job playing it in the middle to Trey Hume, who stabs it back on the halfway line to Dan Ballard. Ballard forwards again to Hume in the centre circle.
Fernie, I don't think we'll have any
back
chance,
to Ballard.
mate. We've just
gone. Rudoni's gone to close him down. He plays it across to Luke O'Neill.
Yeah, but still in it.
Now Job again on halfway on the left-hand side. Inside to Dan Neal. Neal looking for Mundle. Great pass, but it's whipped off his feet by Van Eyvijk for a corner.
It's in the crowd now.
And this corner on the left.
Asante's going to come on, isn't he?
Brandon Thomas Asante is going to come on, yeah.
Come on.
So
Dan Ballard.
Here's the corner from the left. It's swung in, punched out by Ben Wilson. It's dropped onto the head of Van Eyvijk. He's trying to get it out. O'Nien's trying to put it back in. Hume smashes one against Liam Kitchen. Back out it comes for Coventry on the left. And Grimes is caught by Rigg. Free kick.
For that.
It's going to be a booking for Rigg.
A bit late there, wasn't it?
So into the notebook he goes.
Big props as how well,
The substitution being made is Mason Clark
still in it.
coming off.
The only little positive thing we can still hope on. I mean, it's been looking a little bit better though. CABBIE, that was a couple of decent attacks there, nice.
I think it's too late, mate. Just too little too late.
To Coventry on the night. Coming up to the 20th minute of the half an hour being.
Janet says I can't help. Can't watch. I've been here before. I can handle it.
110th minute of the tie. 10 minutes to play.
Nothing's ever easy with us.
Up by
Ever.
Ben Wilson onto the head of.
I've got no volume left.
Dan Ballard.
Come on,
off
son, and
of
says follow.
Hadji Wright, and back up down the right wing for Mienda to chase. Ben Wilson takes the ball at his feet. Mienda closes him down. Wilson kicks it out into the middle. Lefay comes onto it. Finds Job. Job now down the left of Mundle, who slips slightly. Van Eyvijk is pulling him all over the place. It's a free kick to Sunderland. Quickly taken by Mundle to Lefay. He skips through. It comes back out to Job. Job now trying to shake off Eccles, and Job leaves it for Ballard on this right-hand side, just inside the Coventry half. Just under 9 minutes.
Do you feel you played better away at Coventry than tonight? Not really, no.
Extra time.
Slightly when we went forward, I would say.
Neal straight back to Ben Wilson on the goal line.
I just can't put my finger on why we've been that bad tonight. 399 tuning in, I know it's unbelievable. Cheers for everybody tuning in. Sorry it's so dross.
With the ball bouncing it up and down as though he's about to take a stroke in a tennis match. Sunderland 2, Coventry City 2. He kicks this high up over the halfway line, drops for O'Nien, looks for Mundle, finds Sirkin behind him, running onto it, has to turn back in his own half and lay it back off to Luke O'Nien, and O'Nien back across to Dan Ballard on this right-hand side. Ballard now to Hume. Hume into the middle to Dan Neal. Neal rolling it to Job. Job coming up to halfway on the left-hand side. Sirkin down the line to Mundle. Mundle
You'll have to Google
cuts
it.
inside. Van Eywijk's trying to go with him, and it's given away to Thomas Asante, who finds Hadji Wright. Hadji Wright now tackled by O'Nien. Gets in front of the American. Wins the free kick.
Well done, Luke O'Nien.
And listen to the way the crowd responds to that from Luke O'Nien. It's fist pumps all round, and Ballard will take the free kick on the right corner of the Sunderland penalty area. 2-2 on aggregate. Coventry lead 1-0 on the night, and we've got just under 8 minutes of the half an hour extra time to play. Dan Neal brings the ball out now and leaves it for Ballard. Ballard back to O'Nien, and O'Nien, Job's coming towards him, but it's played back to Ballard.
A bit of genius, please.
And out to Hume on his right-hand side. Thomas Asante went to close
I don't even
down.
think Einstein could work this out.
Lefay in the middle. It's eventually cleared by Eccles, looking for
Poor Davey, he
Sakamoto,
must be tearing his hair out.
on the left, as he got it forward, Sirkin gets it clear. And Van Eyck puts the
With
ball
Beer
out
flying the
to
wall and
throw to
Davies.
Sunderland, a third of the way inside the Coventry City half. 2-2 still on aggregate.
Davies' son's just messages, says, come on, keep the faith, we are still in it. After me saying
Yes,
we're
yeah.
being shite.
Job back to
Still in it.
O'Nien.
I'm with him on that one.
O'Nien to Ballard.
Paul Heron says,
Hume
Cabby,
could have hooked,
could it we
on
have been
halfway
that
on the
bad
right,
because
looking for
Labrie told us to
Leander,
play the
trying
same
to
place for
turn
90 minutes
pitching.
and has nothing on the
It,
bench?
Almost ran into
Once
the
again,
path
that
of
comes
Rigg,
to
but he's got a
strength and
throw
depth,
here.
doesn't it? Colin
Chris
Major, I
Rigg.
still think we will nick it.
Takes back
Really?
to Trey Hume,
Says Colin.
and Hume back again to Dan Ballard. Ballard to the centre
See what you paid
circle,
for, says Sean
rolls
Wilson.
it
Paul-
to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien
Colin
now
Major says
to
still think we'll
Dan
nick it.
Neal. Neal
Can you see where the goal's
to
coming from,
Lefay,
Richie?
forwards to Joe, out on
Yeah.
the left wing. It's Sirkin to Mundle. Mundle now
Anybody,
running it towards
maybe,
the corner of the
Mundle
penalty
might-
area, stabs it and leaves it for Lefay to run onto this, into the penalty area, and then a Coventry defender throws himself at the ball. It comes back out though, only to Lefay, who finds Dan Neal, who's urged to shoot. He does, it's blocked in the penalty area. Wilson has thrown himself down to the floor, and it's with Ballard, and now with Dan Neal again. Neal.
There's so much
Ballard.
missing a like
We've
of a
got
Kevin
6 minutes
Phillips
left.
or a
Here's
Ross
Hume on the
Stewart.
right-hand side. Ballard again.
Mundle wants the ball.
And now back with
Big
Dan
target
Neal
on the front would be
across to
handy as well.
O'Nien. Mundle's wide on the left. O'Nien's bringing it into the Coventry half, and now plays it back inside to Jobe. Jobe, Lefay in the middle. He's tackled by Thomas. The ball
Megan
rolled
says
into the
you're
path
still
of
drawing
Thomas Asante.
an aggregate. You could
Thomas
have been 2 or
Asante
3
trying to
behind
drift
it
through
this
the
year.
centre circle. Runs straight into
Oh,
Dan
definitely.
Neal. Dan Neal coming forwards now.
Dan Ballard
Leander
kept
trying to
winning the
stay
game.
onside. Rigg down the right side of the penalty area. Rigg crosses. Mundle's there, but it's headed away from him by Van Eyck, and it'll run out for a corner.
This is more like it. More
Yeah.
like Sunderland, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
Why
This is
did
more
we
like it.
start
It's
the
took
game
115
this way?
minutes.
That is the big question.
again, huh?
Josh Eccles is down, clutching the back of his hamstring, and he'll get treatment. Sunderland will have to wait to take the corner kick. Eccles was at full stretch to clear,
Jamie Allen's coming on.
and Jamie Allen
Slowly
It's
getting
gonna
on
come
top.
on.
I'm slowly getting drunk, says Brian.
Ref.
413 in the
Davies
chat
being
now.
drunk.
Thank
is
you.
back up on his.
Yep.
Get him off the pitch. Go off the pitch there. He's got to go off the
They're
pitch
asking
behind
him
the
to-
goal.
is-
Referee, don't let him come off this
Referee.
end. Ref.
Well, they're making the change. Eccles is coming off. The substitute is coming off to replace by.
Where's that rule? Where's that rule gone where you go off at your nearest point?
I know. It's coming across the pitch. In the 115th minute, then Eccles comes off. He came on in the 73rd minute. He's being replaced by Jamie Allen. I'm surprised they're taking the time, because you'd have thought they would want to try and win the game themselves, Coventry. We've less than 4 minutes of the 30 being added on to play, and Allen finally comes on, and it's a corner. It will be a corner.
422 now
for
tuning
Sunderland
in.
from the left.
Thank you
That's
so
the
much
red.
for tuning in. Thank you.
The sub's been subbed.
Please hit the
Yep.
subscribe button.
Eccles
If
has
you
had his
want
Come
game.
on,
to. Hit
Danny
the thumbs
Ballard.
up. Thank you.
He's off.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers.
So,
Thank you.
from the left, Lefay with this 6th Sunderland corner, and the
Dan Ballard in there. Come on.
116th, 117th minute now. Everybody squeezed into the 6-yard box. The ball curls in here, and it's headed behind for a goal kick by Sunderland.
I agree with some of the
So
people in
now-
the chat there, man, Cabby.
You what,
saying
mate?
that
3
the
minutes
fans are for it.
Of the
I agree with a few
30
people in the
minutes
chat
remain.
there saying that the Coventry
And then it's
fancy
penalties, and of
penalties.
course there's no
Oh,
easy
we're never,
goals.
we're never in it. We're never in it.
Which is probably a
If it's,
blessing
if
in
it's, if
disguise,
it, if
isn't
it
it?
close full time, it's game over, mate. It's game over, I'll tell you now.
The ball placed, and actually Roberts is another penalty taker that's not.
Do you think the step up for the
on the
pens then?
pitch.
Who would be your 5 takers?
So if it does
Do you know
go
what,
to
mate? It
penalties,
doesn't
it's going to
matter.
be interesting to see who the penalty
I don't
takers
think it
are.
matters who takes the penalties for us, because we're not
Ben
going to
Wilson
cancel
with
on
his goal
penalties.
kick now for
We haven't got the
Coventry
skill on
City.
penalties. We just will not.
2-2 on aggregate. Job heads it forwards back into the Coventry half. Meyender's putting pressure on Thomas, who's happy just to wallop it as far as he can up into the Sunderland.
You what, mate?
It's clear from the edge of the Sunderland penalty area by
Horrible to
O'Neill.
go through this.
Comes back to Thomas, Grimes, and Grimes heads it back. Thomas eventually gets onto it and plays it back for Ben Wilson, the right bottom corner of his penalty area. Lefay goes to close him down and up
Patterson
towards the halfway line, where Job trying to get his foot.
511 now tuning in.
Now.
Wow.
Way on the left-hand side to Mundle. The overlap from Sirkin, but a block made by Van Eyck.
27 minutes on the clock.
Inside O'Neill. The ball is still in play. It's come all the way back to Patterson. We've got less than 2 minutes of the added 30 to play. It's 2-2 on aggregate, and this is creeping now towards penalties. Ballard back to Patterson. Patterson to O'Neill. O'Neill bringing this on down the left-hand side up towards
Tricia, we need a hero from one of us.
Coventry 2 on aggregate.
More chance of sleeping with the Theresa, mate, than that
Newcastle's
happening.
Job tries to thread it through for Mundle's run, but Van Eyck's got there, clears. It's slipped past the Fay in the middle. Grimes picks it up for Coventry, still back in his own half, and he is trying to get away from
566
Job.
now watching.
Kitching
one bit of magic
to
left.
Thomas.
I would be surprised if we scored one pen.
By Mayenda, plays it
Darren Hansen,
Ben
Liverpool
Wilson.
fans, come on, Sunderland.
1 minute left of the 30 minutes extra time.
US says Coventry will nuke us on pens. We kiss Wembley goodbye.
It runs for Hume to try and knock away. Only to Thomas Asante, whose shot leads to a corner. It's a 10th Coventry corner in the last minute of extra time.
We've got a bad habit of just dropping off.
Grimes, a tired Matt Grimes, comes down to this left corner at the north end of the stadium, below the Coventry City fans, and it's a set piece for Sunderland to defend. Van Eyck stays back out in the middle of the Sunderland half.
Patterson, be strong here. No free headers.
627 now watching. This is crazy.
Patterson, the other Coventry players largely around the penalty spot.
Everyone hitting that like button.
Headed over the bar. It's a goal kick, and that is pretty much the 30 minutes, and there's 2 minutes more to play. 2 minutes of added time to play at the end of extra time, and it's all square 2-2 on aggregate. And O'Neill places the ball for Patterson.
Colin Miller just says, do you realise this might be the last time we see Jobs in red and white?
For Sirkin.
Oh, mama,
I don't know whether they feel Yeld is a penalty taker.
Go on,
Yelder comes on then.
I hope you all Newcastle fans coming into the chat. 692 now in, this is incredible.
Plus probably another 30 seconds now for the substitution to
Folly. I've been here many times before. I've seen us lose penalties against Crystal Palace in the semi-finals, lost on penalties against Charlton, lost against penalties against Portsmouth.
Rigg. It comes back down here now on the right and runs away from Lefay and is put out for a throw wide on the right here. Obviously Hume to Rigg. Hume again on the touchline, inside to Lefay, looking for Hume, across from Hume, in it goes, headed behind for a corner to Sunderland. They may yet still get one more chance.
One more chance.
Get in! Get in! Get in! Get in, you
He's trying to whip the fans up now. Corner. I can feel it. Well, this is the time to score. Wembley when Charlton scored with the last kick of the game.
Daniel Ballard.
So Lefay from the left-hand side with the kick for Sunderland.
Oh my God!
Right arm raised.
Oh my
Here
God!
comes Lefay. Whips it and it curls in. Ballard!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Ballard has put Sunderland into the
That's unbelievable.
Oh no way!
Coventry City can't believe it. The stadium explodes. Lefay's corner kick onto the
gobsmacked.
Oh man!
Whose header came down off the crossbar into the empty net.
Get in.
And Sunderland lead 3-2 on aggregate. They've levelled it on the night.
Dan Ballard as well, unbelievable.
A remarkable
Oh wow!
end of the night for.
And I told you, Nick,
This is mental, man!
We called it, we said Daniel Ballard will score, and he has done. He's the man.
Dan Ballard.
We said it on air. Daniel Ballard will score. Last chance. You heard it here first.
Dan Ballard's header has surely, it will be just a matter of kicking off, surely, for Sunderland.
Sorry for spoiling the reach.
Wembley on Saturday, May the 24th. And you can't imagine the drama. There's a yellow card here for Dennis Sirkin. Sirkin's shown a yellow card.
God's sake.
He was walking round the pitch, and so he's shown a second yellow. He won't mind a moment about that, Sirkin. I don't know whether.
It's full time!
Sunderland.
Oh, would you believe it?
To go to Wembley.
Oh my God!
Found a way.
Wherever we'll be
tonight.
We're going to Wembley.
Hear them singing.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, Sarah. Wherever we'll be. We're going to Wembley. Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
Now have just got to see out a matter of seconds.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's it.
Oh my God.
The stadium of flares and flares.
Richard, I cannot believe this.
As Dan Ballard leads the race, the sprint down to the Roker end.
Oh my God.
Up to the advertising hoarding. He is being mobbed by the
I have never, ever gone to that.
have beaten Coventry City 3-2
Sorry, mate, I've just got.
on aggregate.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
After an 122nd minute goal from Dan Ballard,
I feel sick.
equalises on the
I'm feeling
night,
sick.
and Sunderland are heading once again down Wembley Way.
What a way
Do you know
to
what?
win
Sky
a game.
TV, right?
Fantastic.
You couldn't
Are
make it
about
up.
a minute ahead of us,
Scenes,
and I seen us had a corner.
scenes
So I looked through the
as
crack
a
of the curtain,
supporter
and I seen the
runs
header
onto
go
the
down
pitch
from
and
Ballard,
others follow suit, running
and it
onto
hit the
pitch
ground and
now.
bounced and went in.
And they're going to have a job to try and
I couldn't
contain
believe it.
everybody, because supporters are running on the pitch.
Sorry if I've been over the top,
Coventry's
guys.
players are thanking their fans, but my oh my,
God, my
what
sake.
a night! What a night! Sunderland didn't really turn up for the 90 minutes.
Sorry
They
for
made
shouting,
the
Rich.
change in extra time. Mundell coming on. They changed the formation. They went till the end.
Oh, dear.
Sunderland went till the end.
And all of a sudden,
Till
200
the
Geordies
end,
have just
and we
left the
said-
channel.
We called it. We said Daniel Ballard will score, and he has done. He never lets us down.
He was immense on Friday night at Coventry City. There are hundreds now on the pitch as the
Never mind, Coventry.
Sunderland players will try
Tell
and
Jimmy
find their
Hill,
way
Jimmy
back
Hill I said hello.
to the dressing rooms. But
You all right there, Richie?
Slabreeze said they
Sorry
could
about
do
that,
it.
buddy. I had two people ringing this and
players
it's just knocked
believe
the
they
Discord
can do
off.
it.
Sorry about that, Cabby.
And tonight they have done
I'm just
it.
going to ring my mate, see if he's up.
There's still one more game to go, but they will play
But
Sheffield United in the final.
How did we
Sunday,
manage to
May
do
the
that?
24th. It's looking like that may well be a 5 o'clock kickoff
Fucking
at Wembley.
knows
That's to be
about that.
confirmed.
I tell you what, mate.
But
Christ, I bet you jumped up and down with that, did you?
from nowhere, Sunderland have dug this out tonight. And
Tell us how you
Dan
reacted
Ballard
when that
has
goal went
written
in,
his
mate.
name in Sunderland folklore.
couldn't believe
He
it.
has indeed.
Like, I
And
just
we've
couldn't
got
believe
to
what I was
say,
seeing.
You know,
I
we've
heard
been
you screaming and
calling
I
it
thought,
all
well, we
night.
scored,
He's
but like,
got to change the
Oh.
shape of the team.
I just couldn't believe that.
I'm doing a
did
stream on
change
YouTube.
We had more
And
possession of the ball.
The boys
We
and
started to
sisters
cause
watching the
them more
match
problems.
next door, and they're like 40
You know,
seconds
playing
ahead.
4-4-2
And I thought we were going to penalties.
away
and I
from
looked
home
at
it
the
worked. At home it didn't work.
You can
As simple
smell
as that.
all the flares and the smoke. And
God, I went crackers.
Unbelievable. You couldn't call it, could you?
No, you couldn't call it. You couldn't imagine. You couldn't have dreamed it was going to end like that.
My
If you'd said that was what would happen, people would accuse you of losing your marbles. Hundreds of fans still on the pitch. And
anyway, I better go. I've got loads of people to chat with on my stream. I'll catch you later, mate.
They're trying to, I think.
Oh, Richie, I don't know what to do.
Get the supporters off the pitch with announcements
that
happen.
I think that's, you know, again, that's inside what you don't want to see.
You will still have that little bit of chance, man, Cabby, and you will still have that slight chance.
You don't want to see this.
Sanctioned for this. They will be sanctioned for it, inevitably. But the players are now down at the end of the tunnel.
I want to jump up and down. I want to scream and shout at the top of me.
There's a whole mass of fans at the edge of the penalty area at the Roker end. They're gradually being dispersed. Meyenda's, they managed to grab him out and pull him out.
Look at that, Joe Bellingham and some of the players down there, you know, obviously.
Blame the Sunderland fans for going on the pitch. I mean, that's just sheer.
What a way to lose a game.
Adrenaline, mate.
Well, I'm lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. It's the most remarkable end to a game I think I've probably ever seen.
Sorry if I've been ignoring anybody in the chat, honestly.
Hearts were broken at Wembley by Charlton.
I wish I could jump up and down like you, but the problem is,
that was the last kick of the game, pretty much from the bay, onto Dan Ballard's head.
I've just seen a quick replay of it, and when we say it came off his head, it seems as though it came off his back.
It
hit the crossbar, and it seems as though it took years to go in. It's going to hit the crossbar and come back out.
That's going to annoy them, isn't it?
I don't care what part of it came off, frankly. Dan Ballard has sent
Sunderland do not make it easy, do they? They do not talk about making it to the last minute, and people are going to say, yeah, Regis Labree's plan worked.
May the 24th, 46,530 here tonight, and they really did.
Just
take it
Dan Ballard,
till the end. It's finished on aggregate. Sunderland 3, Coventry City 2.
This is it. The teams are walking out here at Wembley Stadium. This is what you fell in love with.
Rich, sorry if I spoiled it for you there, mate. I couldn't hold back when I seen that gone in.
No, you definitely didn't, mate. I just couldn't believe it when I seen it.
Oh, cheers everybody in for the chat. Sorry for moaning on for most of the game, but it's just been... I'm shaking. I'm absolutely shaking right now.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Wow.
It is mayhem at the Stadium of Light. This is Simon Pride. Gary Bennett still with
Colin Major's ringing us now. Hold on a minute.
We'll 9 now. Yeah.
How you doing, Colin? How you doing, mate? Jesus Christ, I've never gone so daft in my life on a YouTube channel. Freaking hell, I do apologise for my listeners. I mean, I like to say, they're watching the Sky on the telly through the sitting room and about 50 seconds ahead. And I just thought, oh, I'm going to have a look at Sky, see what's going on. And we had a corner, and I thought, oh, I'll just hang about, see what happens. And then the corner came in, and I think it was Ballard or someone headed the ball or whatever, and it hit the ground, bounced up, and then I just seen the net bulge. And it was like time had slowed down, like time on this earth had just frozen and went on pause for about 5 seconds. Do you know when time stands still? That's what it felt like, because I was like, it was in complete disbelief. I thought, am I actually seeing what just happened there? It didn't sink in, but I was going absolutely mental.
We are going back to Wembley, and you know what it is, Simon? We called
it. I might as well have been in that stadium tonight, because for that 10 seconds of me going daft, I was at that ground. I was in there. I am so pleased for the supporters and everything, and Davey and the lot. And
what they did do right and what they didn't do right during the whole 120 minutes.
But Colin, that was painful lot to watch, wasn't it? That was awful.
The pendulum swung a bit. Second half of extra time, it was all Sunderland. And they got their rewards, I guess.
Yeah, and you know the reason why it was all Sunderland in the second
I probably made myself.
Because Coventry were absolutely on their feet.
I probably made myself look like a right idiot, but I'm just being a Sunderland fan through and through. I couldn't hold it back. I feel sorry for Pooey Ritchie. I must have knocked my heart attack.
He's playing in midfield. All of a sudden, the fee comes to life.
And he was a vital cog.
Imagine being a Coventry City fan. Oh. But I don't care. Eh?
So Sunderland players are still there at the Roker end.
Did it come off Ballard's back, or was it a header?
Great atmosphere.
The camera phones are out. The lights have been dimmed
For God's sake.
as well.
As it was getting near at the penalties, right, I was having nearly 700 people in my chat. It was clearly it was all the Geordies piling in the channel, getting ready to laugh. And when we got that winner or the equaliser, all of a sudden 300 views just went. People watching. So it's like most of the Geordies must have dug a tunnel back underground and disappeared.
Seasons in League One, including a failed attempt in the playoffs.
Diabetes is alright.
The first
Colin,
season
I've been a right pain in the arse on me chat. I've moaned and twisted because that was the type of game it was. It was just frustrating. It was just.
against Luton.
It was like.
The dramatic dip in form towards the end of last season. It tailed off. Nobody knew what would happen this season. After everything these Sunderland fans have been
Really?
through, they now have something to really cheer. A return to Wembley.
Oh yeah, you did on the chat. And I shouted it out, didn't I? I says, Colin says we're going to nick this, and I was laughing at you, going, no.
After 8 long years, there's still a heck of a lot to do.
When I was screaming, my twin boys opened my conservatory door, because that's where I'm streaming, and they came in and they were laughing their heads off.
The match, Benno. You kept saying something's got to change, something's got to change, something's got to change.
Yeah.
It did change, I guess, in the nick of
Finn,
time.
thank you very much, mate. My God, you took us to the end. You took us to the end. They are a good footballing side, Coventry, and like I said, sooner or later they're going to be up in the big time if they carry on the way they're going, because they keep knocking on the door.
Majority of that game, you've got to say, Coventry were comfortable.
They were. That'll all be forgotten now.
I'm not gonna sleep for 2 weeks, man. What are you talking about? How am I supposed to sleep after watching that?
All right, it wasn't working for them this game, but every single player, even the ones that perhaps didn't perform.
Yeah, but it still hasn't sunk in. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm even sitting now here thinking like, oh, I can't believe I'm gutted we haven't gone, because that hasn't sunk in. Sorry, like.
Point during the course of these two matches, over the course of these 210 minutes of football.
Do you know what? Right, it's going to be one of these. I'm going to be off. I'm going to be watching YouTube or the highlights for 4 hours on repeat, just to make sure that goal actually happened.
Shall we say 6 or 7 games? And we said judge him at the end of the playoffs.
Yes.
Oh my God's sake! But I tell you what though,
they do have.
Talk about leaving it till the last minute. I mean, what point did that goal go in? Was that actually on the last?
Just tell us your emotions right now, Bert.
Because wasn't the 2 minutes added on for the last period? We must have got that corner 2.5 minutes into stoppages. All right, Colin, you take it easy, mate.
I think Bert's happy. Do you know what? I think he's happy.
Shall I tell you what it is?
Pull off,
Simon. This is what you call payback time.
Excuse me.
We've had this.
Oh dear.
Jimmy Hill.
Anyway,
And what happened?
we've had this Jimmy Hill thing torturing us for bloody years now. Is what they're saying on Total Sport. We have whatever happens at Wembley, we're at Wembley, and this game's going to go down in history. Oh my God, is it? Oh, you know. Well, we needed it because Mundell and Ballard. Sorry, I say it, me running still thumping around. Isidore and Mayenda, they just weren't in it. But have you noticed? Every time that we see Mundell coming onto the pitch, we improve.
You know, fans have long memories.
And even Richie, my co-commentator, says, since Mundle's come on, we're a different team. And I've said this all the time. Aye. And he's going to, I reckon he'll start for Wembley.
But yes, in terms of the history, Sunderland fans, I'm sure will be.
He let himself down when he dove in the first few minutes, man.
Always remember this one.
But I tell you what, were you confident if it went to penalties, Colin? Because I weren't. Cheers, Geordie. Eh?
Completely clear of the supporters. There was exuberance when they came on. There were a couple that went up to the Coventry players. There was actually one who was trying to take a picture of a Coventry player.
Do you know what? How is it, right? I'm like nearly 75, 80 miles away from the Stadium of Light. But I might as well have been in there when that goal went in. I might as well have actually been at the stadium when that goal went in. Or as a matter of fact, for the whole of the minute. It doesn't matter where you are on the planet, if you're a true Sunderland fan and it's in your blood, you feel everything. You feel every pass, everything.
Yep.
Freaking hell's bells, I tell you, out the window. I had one person on the chat says, I'm leaving this chat because I can't stand your negativity and whinging all the time. I says, I'm sorry, mate. I says, but I'm only replying what I'm seeing.
Nights the players have been on that pitch.
It probably would be.
It's 10
Colin, good night, mate. Thanks for your call.
They don't want to go home.
You know I mentioned, by the way, Benno.
I can hear you, mate.
You might know.
It's all right, mate. God, it's like Radio 1 switchboard, my phone. Oh, listen, Gilly, you did good, Stu. Thank you. Thomas Mitchell, thanks, Geordie. Work with Amag at work and we'll rip each other, but both said we need the derbies back. Bran Gaiman, absolutely buzzing. Packer Andrews says he's got tears in his eyes. I'm crying myself. Geordie says, one-off match at Wembley, you can beat Sheffield United, and this is why we follow Sunderland.
Hello, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
William Babbitt says if we play 4-4-2 in the final, it will get lynched.
I'm absolutely feeling the top of the world, son.
Oh.
Just laughing at Mundle and my end. That with the tops off and the sunglasses on. Have you seen it?
Hold on a second.
We've given winning games for 5 or 6 games, and then we come out and do this in 2 games, and we're going to Wembley.
Fantastic, innit?
Oh,
tell you what a season.
Yeah, you cannot whack it. You know what I mean? We got to the playoff, and everybody thought that we were going to duff it up, you know, but we didn't. And we pulled it up. We pulled it out the fire. It's just magic, man. It's just magic. So I hope all these black and whites is going to be watching us now because we're coming to get them.
You can imagine what it was like all over Sunderland, all over the country, all over the world, watching that Sunderland supporters watching that game.
So 2 seconds.
And listening on BBC
last
Newcastle.
Set piece.
Yeah.
And it goes. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah. And
it was some sort of heat of that, mind, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it just? Wasn't it just a bit of underside of the bar as well, just to add into the mix?
You know what, Rich? This is the first time.
I think it come off his shoulder, didn't it, Friday?
It come off his back.
This is the first time I've let everything go. Where I usually have a little bit of a reserve. I usually reserve a little bit because I've got, like, you know, the kids.
Yeah.
Not this time. I could not reserve anything.
Mate, you let out all your emotion there, mate. You could tell all of it came out.
That was like a pressure cooker, mate, for 100 and how many minutes? Whatever it was. 120. Was it 132 minutes?
Mate, you were building up, and I could tell eventually you were going ballistic. I just knew it.
Oh,
I'm just still sinking in, mate. I just can't believe we just won that game of football there. Well, we haven't won the match, but we're through. You know what I mean?
Oh, freaking hell!
Oh, what a shame for the Coventry fans all the way back down to the night.
Rich, what did you think when you heard us cheering? What did you think?
I was buzzing, but I just didn't see where the goal would come from. I was thinking, well, where have we scored? Yeah, I was like, God.
When you heard us cheering, did you think, oh, that's a goal? We've scored.
Aye. Yeah. Oh, we are. I could tell, man. Yeah.
Oh, listen. I think Cabbie's ADHD is an overtime. But this is part of me ADHD though. I get so involved with the club, and I'm kicking every ball on that pitch. I am.
It's an obsession, isn't it?
I'm kicking every ball. I'm shouting at every player because the way Sunderland were playing. I mean, my God, and I don't know how Coventry didn't score more than that one goal.
We're lucky to get away with that, like CABBIE. The amount of chances they had.
Oh, I thought my liver and onion pizza had arrived. I don't think I could stomach anything.
Have you ordered another one?
Love a hell. William Babbitt, Cabbie, Rich, Trisha and chat has been an absolute pleasure sharing with you. Great stuff made up for you. Thanks, William Babbitt. Thanks for the lead supporters, Fernie and everyone. Sorry if I've not replied to everybody, but my adrenaline's just been going over time.
That's some good support in tonight off the chat, like CABBIE.
And I think my boys are getting a little bit of the Sunderland bug because they came down and they watched that game, the last 35, 40 minutes, and I tell you what, to see their dad respond and react the way that he's done, I think they're catching on. I think the bug's catching on a little bit for them.
Yeah. They're probably at that age as well, CABBIE. Just all I said to my son is, I say, just expect in the future, unless we get rich owners, that you're going to suffer. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to sit through things that are not pleasant for Sunderland. But when the things happen for us and go in our favour, I say the highs are just unbelievable.
I know it is.
Just all the relief inside of us now. Just all of that is just melted. I'm feeling so just so content with what we've done. Terrible game, but we've still managed.
I can't wait until I do my alternative commentary.
There'll be a few select words there, is there, CABBIE?
Megan says it's crazy. It went in at that angle, and all the best at Wembley from a Borough fan. Thanks, Megan. Thanks a lot. Look, at whatever happens at Wembley, we've got to Wembley. Whatever happens at Wembley, we can be proud of the lads.
We've just got to go through all this again, CABBIE. All of this.
Jesus Christ, says David
All the
Green.
anxiety.
Absolutely, all the anxiety. Ah, Christ, aye. Jesus Christ, says David Green. We did it. We did. Dan Bollard, we love you. I mean, never thought Dan Bollard was going to get the goal scored, but yet again, he's often scored. I think from corners or set pieces. We never.
Massive.
He's me saying, "Oh, how crap are we?"
Not showing the goal back.
How crap are we at corners? But you know, when I looked through that crack of the curtain, right, and I could see we had a corner, I just had this little tiny half of a 0.25% of belief something could happen here. I might
little flutter, eh? Just watching it, but hit the top of his head.
I'm not bothered if I'm not bothered if he wrapped his foreskin round it.
Oh, love it. He deserves it though, CABBIE. He's been by far our best player over these past 2 legs. He should be our captain, the leader.
I totally
what
agree.
What a player Dan Bollard is.
I totally agree. Go on and beat Sheffield, or at least give it your best. Thanks, Megan. 1-1 says Abelia.
Need to wrap him in bubble wrap before we play Sheffield United, because Dan Bollard is just crucial to us. Everything changed though when Mundo come on. Everything changed. The formation changed to more positive 4-2-3-1. Mundo was getting on the ball. He was creating chances. He was creating problems that we've never been able to do all game. Spurred other players on. Chris Rigg come to life. It was just a massive, massive change. But he's obviously, I think, still though, CABBIE, right? I still think he's got his tactic wrong. I think we've got away with one massively here. But I don't care anymore. We're through. But it's putting a little bit of doubt in about Regis now, isn't it? just that little bit of doubt about his tactics.
Oh, it's bizarre. It is bizarre. Bong says, "Cabby, your celebration made my night. Thank you." Mate,
I wish I could do that. Otherwise, I would be in trouble if I did.
Ian Curry, mate. Sorry, you had to go off. I couldn't take it. Ian, honest to God, mate, if I wasn't doing the stream with the right honourable gentleman, Richie, I would have turned it off and I would have gone to bed. But I know what? I'm bloody glad I didn't, and I'm glad I lived to see this. Even though I wasn't at the ground, I was there as far as I'm concerned. For me to see that, I'll never forget me having a little look through the conservatory, the little crack of the curtain. It was only about 2 or 3 inches, and that's when it's coming out of a cold shower. And I just seen that net bulge. I thought, what? And I bet you everybody in that stadium alike, for that split second, didn't believe what they've just seen.
No. I bet some of them left as well, you know.
Whew. Cheers, Cabby, son, and we love you. David Green, member, thank you. Tricia says, it made my night as well. I was howling at us. People were laughing at us, said cheering.
I couldn't see you on the screen. It was just like this yellow blur going back and forth.
Oh, you could just see a yellow blur go backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Vaguely hearing you shout. It was all that vented anger, or Cabby coming out.
Oh, was that loud? Did I sound loud?
Right?
Oh my!
Well, not like blistering loud, like, but I could hear you.
Oh my God! Yeah, Joseph Billingsley says, "Can't lie, it all changed when Mundle came on." I've told you every single time that when Mundle's on, we're a different side.
Oh, he's class, isn't he? It's like as if he doesn't trust anybody else to be that sort of like attacking forefront player. It was the same when we had Jack Clark. We did exactly the same thing with him.
Bong says, Rich is right, tactics were bad tonight.
Yep.
You hilarious, Cabby, watch it back.
Yeah, no, I'm going to watch it back. You're probably Mike.
Well, I've got to say thanks for helping us tonight, man. But
I love doing it.
I just thought it was funny on the chat. Oh wow, I've just had another 10 subscribers there. Thank you, 3,877. Nice. Ian Waller, cheers, Stuart. Appreciate what you do, fella. What a night. You're welcome. Abelia official says, as soon as you started screaming, me and my partner did.
Yeah.
Oh my God's sake! And we've still got 128 people in the chat now. It's crazy. But it was really funny. You could tell all the Geordies were about to pile in watching the penalty shootout because it went up by 400 people. It just went up from something like 400 to nearly 800. And then when we got that goal, they just all disappeared. It was pretty funny.
It'll be good. We've reached Wembley as well this season. There we're gone, and then we're going to win the win the final.
How do you fancy doing tomorrow Wednesday a talk show one-off tomorrow at 8 till 9 to chat about this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you fancy it?
Yeah. Was it Wednesday tomorrow, isn't it? Aye. Yeah, I will. Tomorrow, yeah.
If you fancy it.
No problem.
Like a one-off because of the fact what's happened and...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Whatever you want to do, buddy.
Listen, I'll say thanks to everybody in the chat. Like I say, I couldn't keep up with every single message. It was impossible. Listen, I watched the Sheffield game, and believe me, they are there to be taken. They were awful. Bristol made them look good, and Bristol got a man sent off. Just going to step back and look at your celebration, says Ian.
Someone says the Geordies will be sweating now. They'll be furious tonight that we'll go through. They'll be absolutely livid. Enough. It's about time we had a bit luck in it.
Oh my God.
That's going to take a while to sink in, isn't it?
To be fair to Frank Lampard.
Will you copy at the start? I says to you, I think it's our time, man. I'm telling you.
To be fair to Frank Lampard, he's took it well. He's gone out with the Coventry fans. He's applauding them.
He has to. He was a brilliant professional as well, Frank Lampard, man. He knows the crack. But fair play to Coventry, though. They were by far the better team tonight. By far.
They'll be leaving the stadium at light tonight. And they'll be saying,
they'll be annoyed.
They'll be saying, how the hell did we fucking not win that?
Yeah.
Well, Rich...
they've been calling all sorts. Like calling the tin pot clubs and you're playing awful tactics, this, that and the other. It's like, yeah, but you know what I mean? Take your chances. That's the problem with Coventry. They haven't been able to take any of those chances that they had.
I know.
But bring Sheffield United on. Bring them on, because I tell you something after this. The morale and the fire and the drive from the players, the whole of the team's going to be unbelievable. But just one thing, Cabby, we can't sit back against them because they've got a hell of an attack as well, Sheffield United, and they'll be banging for it at Wembley. We've got to go out and play like we've played an extra time tonight. That's the only way we're going to have a chance, Cabby.
Do you know, the daftest thing is, you're cheering like mad, but we still haven't been promoted yet. You know, if we lose at Wembley, we're still in the same situation as if we would have lost tonight. I think it's just getting to Wembley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh?
It's going to hurt that, like, Cabby, isn't it?
But it's just
going to hurt. But, like,
getting to Wembley, though, I mean, that's quality, isn't it?
From where we've come from, you know what I mean, Cabby? What we've been through as a club, what we've been through as supporters and the players, the managers, and everything that has happened since we've got relegated from the Premier League. We're in a good spot now. We're in a good position. Everything seems settled at the club. You know what I mean? We've got a decent owner. We've got a decent set of, like, backroom staff. You know, the manager, yes, his tactics are not great and he's a little bit negative, like everybody was saying, like Gareth Southgate. Yeah, I totally get that. But we're in a strong position as a club again, and if we get promoted this season, that'll just be all our dreams come true. It would be from what's happened. It just shows that you can hit the bottoms, but fight and we're back. I've got full faith, probably, that we're going to get up there. I'm not being too overconfident, I don't think, and a bit deluded. I've had this belief since the start of the playoffs that it is our time now, and we're going to go and we're going to get promoted this season.
I really hope you're right. You were right tonight, even though I was so pessimistic. I was going to say nanite.
That's what I was saying to you. That's why I was trying to put them little things. I was just trying to put those little things in you, just saying it. Look, it's not over yet, mate. We've still got that little chance. But right, it's just. I'm just so happy, like, Cabby, and it's just going to take a while to sink in. I think tomorrow's when the buzz is going to start to happen in it.
Tricia says, great, I mean. Dreamer says, been a great life. Night, says Jill, the Newcastle fan. Bet Coventry fans are paid off. Let's put it this way, says Megan. David K says, couldn't happen to a nicer club, FTM. William Babbitt, Leeds fan. A long drive home for Coventry. Tricia says, well, it's been emotional, guys. I'm off to try and make friends with my cat again. I think she hates me at the moment. You've done a great job tonight, Tricia. Once again, thank you.
Yeah.
Packer Andrew says, am I dreaming? Michael Lebehin says, thanks again, Seawall, for the final. Dragon Hunter, it was funny watching you go off your nut because Richie wasn't moving, but Chewy could hear you, but it looked like he was going for Coventry because we're out of sync, so he's me jumping all over the place and Richie's just looking what's going on.
I was still watching, seeing what was happening. I can't be helped, things like that, man.
Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, mate. I'm going to watch that back again just to make sure it did happen. Rich, you've been a star. Yep. Thanks for your help, mate.
Not a problem, buddy. Not a problem. Anytime, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Take it easy.
If you want to do your video anytime, like I said, just keep doing what you're doing. The fans like you. The fans love you.
I'll do one tomorrow. And I'll do a little sort of like post-match thing tomorrow. And then I'll catch you tomorrow night.
So 8 to 9, we'll do one because I think we need to talk over it, don't we?
Yeah.
Richie, thanks a lot, mate.
Anyways, take it easy. See you there, guys.
So right, mate. Thank you. Well, from the MACKEM, CABBIE and Richie myself, good night. Not that I'm going to sleep much. Love yous all. See you at Wembley.